And we're back in Mythic Odyssey of Theros, or as we would love to call it, the Theros Chaos, because what the hell have you guys been doing? Oh, we've got 2 Zolks as well. I need to get rid of old Zolk. There we go. So, speaking of what the hell have you guys been doing, what do you remember from the previous session? What happened, if anything?
Killed the Eater of Hope in a very long and pitched battle. Zolk lost his mind and regained it. Went for a swim
Twice.
And then went for another swim.
because he's silly.
That's one description.
So indeed, that is accurate. Let me just turn Gaz's background noise down a little bit. Okay. Indeed, you fought the dread Eater of Hope, and it ate some of your hope. It got some spicy hits in, and was very good at using. It's definitely not a breath weapon. It was an area of effect weapon.
Breath weapon. I am up 10 metaphysical pounds.
To which it kept rolling 6s to regenerate it, so it just kept breathing because you just weren't dying. But sure enough, Heliod had enough of that shit and granted you a crit on your upcast guiding bolt as you just lasered him, causing him to disintegrate and return back to the underworld. You had a bash up of his Tower of Salt, finding some gold and I think 1 or 2 items, as well as realising that you really need to keep Zolk on a leash, as he dove first of all into water that seems to be connected to the Tartarix River and lost his mind. And then while his mind was lost, dived into the definitely not blood for the blood tree, and started being eaten alive by said blood. To which both he and Scuds, because she was the one that sort of tried to squeeze him and clean him off, had been affected by whatever is going on in that red gunk. And that is where we left off. You are now up to a mighty level 5. You should have some new both major agendas and minor agendas, as well as some people should have some new epithets, and your legendary item may have a new ability, depending on if you achieved your major agenda over the last level.
Wasn't Zolk cured of the red goop thing?
He
You're welcome.
was cured. Oh no, yeah, no, you cured him of feeble mind with your divine epithet.
And
I'm
then-
starting to wish I hadn't, because it'd be funnier if it didn't.
Because I'm
sure
sure
Red
that.
Gunk he was as well, because I used melee and hands.
Did you cure both, or just
did.
Zolk?
Both.
Okay, so neither of them are particularly gunked up. But you do have a sample of red gunk, I believe, in a big clay pot.
Thank you.
So let's call
Very
it blood
nice.
tree gunk, because it's definitely not blood. Because blood doesn't tend to try and eat you.
Could I please use my blood sense?
Sure.
How much blood is near me?
Only the stuff in your allies.
I will relay to the allies. This blood tree has no blood in it. Maybe Zolk can tell us more about it after swimming for a couple of minutes.
It's doom jelly.
I don't have Doom Jelly sense, I only have blood sense.
Okay. So make a perception check for me.
I'm really good at these. As I pull my hat even further over my eyes than normal, I suspect. Not bad.
Okay, combined with your blood sense, you can definitely see shapes moving inside the weird blood gunk coming out of this tree, but they all seem to be identical in coloration to the actual gonk itself. So it's hard to make out. It's more like shimmers.
I don't trust this blood. Well, I mean, successful hope brought
Is
back.
there-
Should we go back to the
Yeah.
to Little Town and see what Frankos is doing? I've got some salt for Frankos actually.
Yeah. None of the other
Can't wait to get
characters that you want to make, just Frankos.
We love Frankos.
Understandable. He is a
He's
superior. He's a
We
superior
really
dude.
love him.
So, is there anything else you'd like to do at the blood tree before making your way back?
Did we poked around in this? Did we actually fish the stuff out? It was a nifty looking box, I believe.
There was.
I think Bennett something.
Yes, there was the Prowler's Helm
Oh yeah.
that you were deciding on where that was going, because that was right at the end of the session when my internet died.
Oh yeah. That failed miserably. That was not.
You were
I dropped it.
beating people
I
with it.
tried to be cool with it. I think I just threw it at Bennett's feet.
Actually, let's have a look.
Wait, I think we were trying to slam dunk it into my shirt pocket.
But then Bennett said that you wanted it.
Yeah. So we're canceling that action. But I do remember that what we were in the middle of.
Sogog totally meant to miss as he heard Bennett. That's why he weakly threw the helmet, not because he's been missing the bench press.
About that.
Good, blacked all of it out.
Was Helm. Right, let me reread this.
It's not a rug, so it's not
It's
doesn't
pretty
care.
great.
That's-
It is a pretty great helmet. Not quite as good as my helmet, but
Go
it's a
helmet.
pretty good helmet.
It's pretty superior.
I do have a helmet that I still wonder why I need to attune to it. It's definitely a good use of an attunement slot.
I think it's. Oh, you don't.
I think it's
You don't need to
great.
attune to it.
I thought I did.
No.
Oh, I choose to then.
Okay.
I choose to channel its energies.
Okay.
Sweet, I get an attunement slot back.
Yeah, I don't know why it said nothing on there.
I
that
don't
was
know
attunement.
why. I was wondering.
It's just. I don't think there are any common items that you need an attunement for. Or
I just
there might
thought it was a
one or
really
two,
strong
but-
ability. I thought so unbelievable to command the words of others.
So the only thing she managed to get from the perch of the Eater of Hope was, I think, it was 320 gold pieces and the Prowler's Helm. I can't remember if I gave you anything else, so I don't think I did. Mainly because you'd already looted the shop.
Already sold the magic items.
Well, it was also a lot of the magic items and gold were not in the Eater's possession. They were in the nobles that you just left behind.
That is for the people.
We did take a fair bit of stuff from
You-
the
you-
noble, though.
You took all these magic items. You didn't take any. You took
The people
50
don't need
gold
magic
pieces
items, okay? They need javelins. For that, they need gold.
But,
They can buy enough javelins.
while we're still doing prep or sort of maintenance on your characters, if you're at 25 story now, you can have 3 epithets active. If you've got a cursed or divine one, they don't add towards your totals.
A new loyalty feature as well. Ooh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, if you've got loyalty stuff, you should really have asked me that between sessions.
Apologies. I completely
Especially if
forgot.
you're looking for something that was custom made.
I think that was the plan originally.
One minor thing.
I leave Pogeg in my pocket to fester and think about his what his newfound loyalty will be to me.
Neil hit 10, but I don't know if I did anything with that. So that might be something we have to do.
Let's have a look.
Didn't you get the spit thing?
That was
That
third.
was 3,
Three.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I've been meaning to do this for several sessions now. I'll write it down on a sticky note.
No, you've not given him anything for 10. So have a
forgot how
look at
to-
that.
I forgot how to re-give myself expertise in medicine.
I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll come fix it.
Forgot how to do medicine.
I think mainly because I was the one that gave it to you last time, so you didn't do it yourself. There you go. You've got medicine back.
I'm almost done
Look
importing
at that.
everything.
5. You've got a whopping 5 in medicine.
I have 6, and yeah,
This is solid.
Got a negative in wisdom and intelligence.
that doesn't
Pogeg,
surprise me at all.
I mean,
this is definitely a useful use of it, but Pogeg's going to take Monstrous Mutation. As it means Pogeg can now cast Alter Self at will once for long rest. I'm totally going to turn myself into a red cap.
that's not exactly how Alter Self works, but
But Alter Self change, it's like a weak version of Polymorph, right?
you
can
essentially
change.
get to give yourself the ability to breathe underwater, a basic melee attack, or
It's not
basically look like
polymorphy.
something else.
Yeah, look like.
It's more of
It's more face change, isn't
disguise
it?
self kind of.
Yeah. Pogeg will still ruminate on that one then. No mutations for you, Pogeg.
So, as I said, unless there's anything specific to the blood tree, would you like to head back, or would you like to go somewhere else entirely? Do you even want to go back to Lopus?
I want to bring Frankos' salt.
We have to go back to
Exactly.
Franco's.
Okay. So,
Away
I will
we
move
go.
you back to Lopus. So, as you make your way further back, you do essentially feel the temperature sort of raise as you get closer. Not to an unbearable amount, but it's gone from being kind of chilly and lifeless to actually having a little bit of warmth, as you would expect for this time of year in Theros. It may also have been your quick dip into the Despairlands and the lack of anything there, as well as being around an Eater of Hope. But sure enough, you come back to a somehow slightly more colourful, or at the very least, like someone's turned the saturation up slightly. Lopus.
Ooh. Frankos. I'm just going to throw the rock of salt towards Frankos.
So Frankos is currently standing with his cauldron strapped to his back, alongside several very haphazardly stitched together bags and backpacks on his back.
No. Just
Oh.
shout out then. Frankos, where are you going?
Oh, hey, dudes. How did your trip to the salt place go, dudes? Did you miss me?
Pull out the rock of salt.
Oh shit, dude, you did good.
Frankos, care to cook us up a fine meal with beautiful rock salt?
No can do, dudes. No can do. I gotta get out there, dudes. I'm just like, you were here, and you were like, dude, we're gonna totally save you from hopelessness. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck you want about? And you're like, no, don't worry about it, dude. You stay here and eat this amazing shit. And I'm like, okay, dude, you're totally cool. And then you fucked off, and then all of a sudden, everything felt better again, and my food tasted better, and like the people trying to eat it and throwing up were like, well, it didn't make me as sad as it used to do anymore, dudes. And I'm like, wow, I need to go and totally find new food to cook. So I'm going.
Just nod in acceptance, in agreement. Frankos, you are a noble beast. Mogis would be proud.
That's pretty
go
sweet of you,
slay.
dudes. You know what, you guys, you're good dudes. You're good dudes.
I'm going to walk up to him. I'm just going to pass him the Rock of Death Salt and say, for your travels, Frankos,
He
you'll make
takes
your food
it
taste better.
and bites off a chunk of it. Doesn't taste too good on its own, dude. I don't know why this would be nice on food, but I'll take the slightly smaller one's advice, dudes, and like rub it into the meat when it dies, and hopefully it'll last like 3 years, like yours one did, dudes, because that would be fucking sweet.
It would, Frankos. It would.
Don't leave Frankos.
I gotta go, dudes.
I was going to say, Frankos, I've heard... I know you're going to taste the foods of everywhere, but if you ever find your way towards Akros, I can recommend a Stygian fat-tailed. Ask the locals about them. They make a fine soup. Maybe we'll meet you there one day.
Holy shit, dude. I'll eat the fat tail off of anything.
Exactly.
That sounds fucking sweet. Anyway, you dudes, I'll leave you dudes to it. Have a good dudes, because I gotta go. Because I'm just gonna take this inspiration you guys have done for me, dude, and I'm gonna be like, dudes, have you seen those good dudes going around? They're like fucking sweet, dude. And I'm gonna make sure all the dudes know how fucking good dudes you are.
Too right.
As he holds up a few more pieces of meat, a few other bags, and picks up a big fuck off brick, and then just starts wandering off.
And I really hope he uses that salt.
Theos does it best not to cry.
So I don't think he actually knows what salt is. But goddamn if he won't try.
As you guys, as a party, get the party epithet of good dudes.
Yay!
Yeah.
What does that do? What's that do?
Party epithets, you can only have one in total. This is essentially the stories people tell of you guys as a group. And it's basically a decision the entire party can make. But obviously it's only once per 3 days for this particular one.
It's amazing.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
You are some good duds.
We can summon 1d4 ogres.
They show up
As
in
well as
1d6
casting Hero's
turns and
Feast.
stay for that many minutes.
And we can cast Hero's Feast without material
Well, you
components.
can use one
It's pretty-
or the other. It's basically once per 3 days you do one of them,
Ah.
and then it recharges over 3 days.
They're both pretty great.
Hero's Feast is amazing.
Hero's
It
Feast is
is.
pretty good.
Yes.
You do need to pass a Constitution
It's-
saving throw or be poisoned, and if you fail it by 5 or more, you contract a random disease because it's Frankos' cooking. But if you can take it, if you can enjoy that feast, you get some good bonuses.
If you throw it up, I'll stab you in the face for not liking ogre food. You can add that to it. If you
There
fail
you
by
go.
10 or more.
Frankos is going out into the world and spreading the tale of the good duds.
I don't think he's going to make it past the snails, I'll be honest. It was good knowing you, Frankos.
I don't know. He killed that.
Yeah, killed the big Wolverine trout thing.
Yeah.
That's easy. Easy.
Well, he did it all on his own. I
That is
believe in
true.
him.
I mean, is this the one that it was? Yeah. I'll let you know that the armor pack, which is what that creature's called, is a challenge rating 7 creature.
Easy.
I believe in
he
him.
beat that
Snail.
thing inside out.
Big. Good on Frank.
I hope we see him again.
Well, I've got
More than
a...
likely. To the point where I think if you ever meet any ogres ever again, they're all going to have that voice.
Frankos too. I was going to clap my hands and say, well, I've got a certain armored guy to go talk to.
I have a
So wander off.
blind drunk priest to talk to, and those things are separate, blind and drunk.
Guts just is gonna go peek in the barn to see if the horses are still sad.
What's everyone else doing? So is Bennett, Nadrin, or Zolk, are you doing anything in particular in is your last little bits in Lopus? Well, let's go. You want to, steal one of the houses and set up shop and just never leave.
I don't need to steal a house. I
Move
own a
in.
shop.
We do have a shop.
You don't have a shop.
Yes, we do.
It's not yours. It's been a day since you murdered the guy that owned
We need
it.
to keep telling everybody. Wait,
The rotting
I'm
corpse
gonna-
of the noble is still sat there in his bed.
I'm going to waste my will of the people, and I'm going to do a will of the people check, because I'm going to call to the streets that come one, come all to the great party shop that we definitely own. Now, please make a will of the people
You
check.
can make a will of the people check. Roll a
feeling
D100.
it. Oh!
No,
So
they're
close.
not believing those stories. They are very
Okay,
much believing the whole. I'm trying to remember what your cursed
He's
episodes
on
are called.
holiday.
Your weak-willed, unstable, and merciless. Oh yeah, Zolk, have you noticed unstable?
I've read it. It's interesting.
Oh no.
Should be fun.
I want it to happen, but I also don't at the same time.
You can control it.
I have the
Just once
same
per long
feeling.
rest. It's when you can't control it. It's fun. Also, disadvantage on all intelligence-based checks because, you went swimming in Styx juice.
Curiosity is what it is.
Yeah.
I might have to actually take my Fisherman of Allies epithet. I think it's going to be quite useful.
Although I thought you were going
Result
for
saver.
quick-fingered because of just
I
being able
know.
to use any item as a bonus action as a own action,
He's really nice.
which you just didn't read.
I didn't.
So anyway,
I am paid to lead, not to read.
So Bennett, Nadrin, Zolk, is there anything particular you want to do before we'll just go through the order and have our little moments?
Nothing specific from Bennett. It feels a bit at a loss. Like I don't know what to do, so he's just going to aimlessly wander the
That's
streets.
fair.
I'm gonna sit and chill with the Neil.
Okay. Anything, Zolk?
I'm avoiding the shop at all costs,
I wonder why.
so I'll just go chill in my room.
Okay.
I don't know if we still have this paid for.
It's your
He's
room
not
anyway.
checking.
It's your room now.
After what you did in it, it's your room forever.
We'll keep things more serious, I guess, with Dios, and then we'll go and see what on earth is going on with everybody else.
I've got to follow the story. Don't
Yeah,
I?
we'll actually have some actual story before whatever the fuck is going on with everyone else.
See, I am a good panda. Lion.
Lion.
I'm a lion. I'm a lion, not a panda.
You okay over there?
I'm just gobsmacked at how off the rails this party goes sometimes, to be quite honest.
At the drop of a hat as well.
I don't even have to do anything, it just happens.
You expect anything less from us?
No, not really.
There you go then.
I mean, it's more the scale of how quickly it goes off the rails rather than just
That
it
used to
going
be
off the
my
rails.
fault. I'm used to it being my fault that we're off
Yeah.
the rail. It feels weird.
Listen, there was nothing that could be done about the shopkeeper. Okay?
We could have
was-
not kidnapped him.
It was fate.
Not
It was
there was
literally
plenty
fated
of
of the
things that could have
gods.
not been
You
done
could
with
have,
it.
It
not
was
tried to
fated of
kill
the
him.
gods.
Could have not
would've
thrown him at a
snitched.
snail and then summoned
Listen.
a red cap to murder him.
Listen, it was fated of the gods.
Oh shit.
He was bound by the laws of arm wrestling.
Exactly. Those
We
aren't
do
rules
need
that
more
you'd
red
lightly throw away.
We do need more red caps. I love those things.
Missed the same thing.
Okay,
Anyway,
Dios. What
back
was yours?
into sanity, if I can.
Just briefly.
I'll do my best, but it's hard, you know. Right, so I will find and approach Crethon. I presume he's still at the shrine, the little makeshift shrine outside the village.
He is doing what he can to try and clean the place up, although it has had many years of neglect. So a lot of overgrown weeds and dust and sort of crumbling things. So he's just trying his best to clean as best he can for an old blind man.
He's actually making an honest to God effort.
Yeah.
Honest. Yeah. Good stuff. So I will approach him and just say, Crethon, glad to see you decided to keep up the old ways at least.
Dios. It's comfort in routine, at least.
Well, I have something else that may be of comfort to you. The blight that fell over this village. Been sent back to the underworld where it belongs. By my hand.
How? It was a hopeless situation.
I believed. I entreated Heliod for his blessing, and he interceded directly and gave me the strength to strike a telling blow against the Eater of Hope. You should feel the sun on your skin burns a little hotter than it did yesterday. The dawn is returning. It'll be peaceful here for now.
It did seem like a weight was lifted from me. But in that same feeling, less to fight against, a sense of, I hesitate to use the word, peace.
Well, if nothing else, I wish nothing but peace upon you, brother. Perhaps we can entreat Heliod to know that you've learned the error of your ways and perhaps restore your sight. I'd like to spend some time with him at the shrine, and I would like to go through ceremony with him.
Okay.
And I would like to do atonement.
Okay.
Because I think because he's lost his faith, Heliod has blinded him for daring to think that he would ever abandon him. So by atoning, he may get his sight back.
So remind me exactly on how atonement works.
Touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, restore the target to its original alignment. It's more of a showing willing sort of thing rather than an alignment-based spell.
Yeah. So go ahead and make an insight check.
I will give myself guidance for this. I'll do.
Okay. So that's going to take an hour or so today.
Yeah, that's going to take a little while.
We will move on and sandwich the chaos between some sincerity. So, as I think I know what Sorgeg's up to, we'll go for Scuds because I have no idea what's going on here.
Okay. So, while all this is happening, Scuds is just kind of roaming around the town, taking it all in, like, feeling better that things aren't so drab. And she's gonna go try to check on the, was he the mayor? And she'll find that he's not doing so well. So she's going to scoop out all of his gold from underneath, and as she walks down back towards the barn, just kind of drop it through the streets for people to pick up.
Okay. So you take about just shy of 2,000 golds worth of coins, just scoop it up into your arms. And you can't carry that many loose coins on its own anyway, so it's all spilling out of your arms anyway, as you very much redecorate the road in gold coins.
Sweet. And then she's gonna head down to the barn and find her centaur friend here.
He seems to be in the middle of gathering some things together. He seems to be, while not as disorganized as Frankos, very much equipping himself and the two horses with saddlebags and other sort of means of storage.
You getting ready to move on out there, partner?
I might say that I am. For some reason, I just kind of felt that, no, I don't want to settle. And neither do these two. And I think we should head on back home, all the way back to Laguna. It's been too long since I've seen those fields.
Well, head back home if that's what your heart tells you, but this town could really use a new leader. Yeah. She's
can't...
trying to gather herself, thinking about the body she just found. If you can lead two horses, you can lead a town. I believe in you.
Well, I'm not happy about the recommendation, especially considering we've barely spoken. But I'm not the type to settle down, and I'm realizing how uncomfortable I have been over these past few months. It's time for me to go and continue rambling across Theros. Centaurs like us, we're not supposed to stay still. And you're also one of the fellow traveling types, aren't you? You know what I mean to not really want to settle down.
Yeah, that's why I left Granny's. She's gonna pat him on the shoulder, and I'm real glad that you found your passion again. That makes Perforos happy. It makes me happy. May the skylights guide you. And she's just going to walk out. Nobody knows what the fuck the lights in the sky are.
He does seem to acknowledge the skylights. At the very least, it's sort of he recognizes that saying.
Okay, interesting. It went totally over her head because she wandered from Granny's.
Yeah. Okay. Was that everything, Scott? Was just making sure to dump some gold all over the place and talk to the centaur?
Yeah, she's just gonna lay in the street and make a gold angel. And that's that.
Okay. So, Geg, what's happening?
Okay, well, I'm going to pull out Pogeg first. 2 secs. Where's little Pogeg?
He's over
Sort
by
of
the
like
entrance.
prepare myself. I put on my royal signet
that's
on my
two.
ring, make sure it's nice and shiny. As I'm going to send Pogeg in to coil around the feet of Tamolus.
Okay.
And sort of simultaneously barge through the door. As I am just going to shout at him, Tamolus, you are weak-willed and cowardly. You have forgotten your duties to the royal bloodline of Akros. Explain yourself.
Listen, man. I say I got a mind headache.
I am going to grab him. Hello. As I'm just gonna scream at him again that explain himself. Have you forgotten your oath?
All right, just put me down and we'll talk.
will say, just, slightly angered at his tone to me, I will say, speak to me by my proper title.
Okay, what type of
Please,
saving?
can you do a charisma save? I want you to call me champion. The DC 15 charisma check. Charisma save, rather.
Okay.
Yes. Call me champion.
Listen,
Say it.
champion, listen. Just,
Thank you.
there's a lot of questions I actually need to ask you. Because I was out here trying to find the answer to the same thing that happened to you. Although I don't really want to add too many conclusions from who yourself might quite be, but you may have some insights that I need. I was looking through Asphodel, trying to find solutions to the Lamian curse, the Scorpion's curse, but came up empty. And
I'll
settled
sort of-
down here because I was wounded and never wanted to leave. But I'm starting to regret that.
I'll say, I sort of stop him a bit early. I'll say, you speak too freely, Tomolus. There are many prying eyes. We will go somewhere quieter to discuss this.
As you wish, I trust everybody here, but I guess this is a sensitive topic for you.
Your choice, Tomolus. I know a lovely little bridge over a lovely little river, or a shop that I've just procured. Your choice.
You know, I haven't stepped too far outside of Lopus in a while. I wouldn't mind stretching my legs.
I will shout out as we come out that my entourage must help in these matters. And I will call out basically anyone with an earshot if Skuts, Bennett, Nadrin, and Zolk, or I don't know if Zolk is asleep at the moment. If you would follow me to make sure this traitor doesn't run away. I don't trust him.
Yeah, you'll
Only
get
if you
around.
want to be involved in whatever's about to happen.
Curious enough.
Yeah, Bennett's game.
Soga gives a big wink. You see a
Okay.
clank of his armor as it sort of clinks a little bit.
So
Tomolus.
we've got Sogeg, Bennett, and Zolk all going together. Anyone else?
I'll go.
Okay.
What's going on? And am I putting somebody in my shirt?
I sort of like go, shh. Not yet, Skuts. Not yet.
She closes it back from having it partially opened.
Okay.
But be ready. Be very ready. This man has shown cowardice. He put a royal oath, and he must tell me what he knows, and atone.
So he does follow you along to that same location, following you along the Guardian Way to that same bridge, overlooking the sludge and swamp, where there are still quite a few whelks hanging around. Most of them have moved back to their grazing positions as the remains of the shambling mound is nowhere to be seen, most likely completely devoured. What would you like to do?
I sort of will just gesture to Tomolus to speak of what he knows.
Right, well,
To
Scott's
not
coming along with
fancy up
this as
his
well,
words.
so I'm to make sure I've got everyone on the map. Is Scott supposed to
Yeah.
be here? Okay, good.
She's gonna nervously eyeball those snails, and she's gonna think about stuffing another one in her shirt. But she'll restrain herself. She's got this. One snail is enough. We have snails at home.
Can you have too many snails? Is that possible?
We can find out.
Snail overload.
So you continue down the Guardian Way to the small bridge, to more or less following your group. Although you can see that he's getting a little suspicious of the way the hushed whispers between you are being passed.
I'll just say to him then, and say, Tamolus, in other circumstance, I would not forgive such insolence, such sudden breaks of an oath. So do not talk fanciful of me. Speak in brief. What do you know?
Okay. The curse is old. Like before even any of the polis was settled, before even I think some of the guards were alive. Which means it's gonna take a lot to undo. As to who that first one was, or why it ended up affecting Akros specifically, I can't quite tell. I was hoping to speak to some return from back then, but, well, I didn't quite make it in their fighting pits, so I recovered in Lopus, and the rest is history.
Say, your plan was to speak to returned. Do you not think of any other great scholar to talk to in Theros? Or was your plan really just to talk to dead people?
There's a lot of secrets that they would know that some dusty old tome would not. You're speaking like a Malitan there.
You say that I was speaking like a Malitan?
Yes.
Okay, I'm calm. I'm staying calm. I will ask him who you have shown your weakness, Tamolus. Do you not remember whose pantheon you follow?
To be honest, I thought they had abandoned us alongside everybody else. It's kind of easy to get swept up into that feeling of loss. But you guys have shown me that victory can even be achieved in the most hopeless of situations, so maybe I'm not quite as abandoned as I once thought.
You see Sogeg suspiciously start glowing red as I just sort of bow down on him, a slight sort of wicked smile on my face. So I say, poor Tamolus. Ioris never left you. Ioris was just too weak to stop the effects. I'm going to stab him. I'm going to give a wink to Zolk Bennett, knowing I feel like they're going to definitely go along with some murder. A sort of sideways nod at Nadrin and Skuts to understand that maybe they don't want to participate in the acts that are about to happen. But I'm gonna do bad things to this man.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay, I've got to click on all my buttons first. First of all, we are doing a cheeky old Wrathful Smite. Because why would I not? Oh, terrible roll. But then I am going to bobtail him. Pow.
You're going for the sting. Okay.
I am, and I'm going to smite him.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
2d8.
So, first of all, I'll do the wisdom save.
Please fail.
And
Yes.
then I will do the constitution save. Okay.
Hey, look, Skuts has an out here.
Okay, so let's have a workout on what the hell just happened. So that would be 4.
And Pogeg is very ready to burrow inside of him right now.
There's only 13 damage. No, 23 damage because you added the smite.
Okay, is that...
But-
yes.
He is paralysed.
As Pogeg is going to also double bite.
Which would be an advantage because he's paralysed.
It would be. And I invite anyone else to have a go at him.
Okay.
Please do. And I throw dirt in his eyes for good measure.
Remind me why we're killing someone?
Bennett. I know. Because this man is a coward. I know him from Akros. He was a royal protector. And he has proven to me finally that Ioras, the god of Akros, is weak. As how could you lose hope when there's killing to be done?
Is that it?
Basically. Also, he knows about my curse, and I really don't want anyone to know about my curse. Apart from you guys. You guys are alright. You can know about my curse. But he knows too much, and I'm not having him talk. He's been talking. I'm not having it.
Okay, Bennett, that's not going to get through his armour.
I will Zeiston
You
him.
would be at advantage, though, so you can re-roll that.
I'll wait for everybody. Yeah, I'll keep wailing on him.
Because he is paralysed because he got stung by Sogek. That's,
Yes.
oh no, he's overwhelmed, so yeah, that would go through.
Oh,
So
Because he's paralysed, and my epitaph means that I get an extra 1d8
Yep.
necrotic damage.
go ahead and roll a d8.
Oh, Bennett.
Okay.
Just
Well, Sogek supported me in his in my time of need.
I will remember this, Sulk. You are a good rat, friend.
So
There'll
it
be
is,
much Soga gunk for you.
it is all good time to show off some new things.
Ooh.
As Zolk being enfeebled, he rejigged his brain a little after being fixed. If I remember right, I get 2 casts of Eldritch Blast at level 5.
I mean, they'd be at disadvantage because of how close you are to him, but yeah, you would.
Can stand back
Oh no,
one bit
sorry,
if you
they
want.
would. They'd cancel each other out, so it'd be neutral. Because it'd be a disadvantage for being close and him being prone, but it would be advantage because he's paralysed. So
I'll take a normal.
it'd be just normal, yeah.
Alright, and it has been rebranded. I haven't changed the damage type because that's something I wanted to ask about later. But for now, how this is he'll take out multiple vials and just throw them at him.
Oh.
I mean, I like the idea that it's force damage because it's an empty vial shattering on him.
You didn't put the poisons in.
We don't always have poisons at the ready.
You were in that gunk for too long.
So, Thrallus is brained and currently bleeding out on the floor.
I will stab him
wait,
again if
wait.
anyone wants. Oh.
Um,
I double back and just smile and just, you'll love to see it happen.
I'm gonna
Get in there, Nadrin.
tell Neil to just go up and take a munch.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's an automatic, essentially 2 failed death saves.
Could I please pike him in the head as a finishing blow? I would like to lean in, as I'll just say, Ioras will bleed and Akros will burn. As I will let Pogeg deal with the final blow, as Pogeg's just going to sort of fester his way in, just really get in there,
Yeah.
just sort of weaving about as I go into the armor and let Pogeg. Oh my god.
Pogeg.
That was a good choice of name. As I let
Shit
Pogeg do
faster.
what he do. As Pogeg! Yes.
Oh, okay.
As Pogeg.
So,
Feast.
full on chest burster as he sort of finds his way down the bleeding out veteran's throat before one head bursts out from its stomach. He's
bathe.
very, very dead.
I think he might be dead. I will just bathe the tip of my spear in his blood as I will tear off his cloak as a trophy.
Okay.
Scuts, if you want the rest in your pocket, feel free.
I don't think
No, she already headed back to town. She had a light bulb
I
moment.
thought, yeah,
You-
this isn't okay.
You baited her with getting to put somebody in her shirt, and then you killed the guy. So she's
I'm
sad
so-
'cause corpses don't smell good in the drawer. It's okay. She's
I
letting
got
you
too
do
much
your thing,
blood.
but she's like, she's gonna go make more gold angels.
I saw red. There's too much red. Can I please just? The only thing I want from him is cloak.
Okay. Does anyone else want to rip anything off his body?
it's a Sergej's job, not mine.
This is I'll look around to the party and say, this is a pact, you know. Take something and prove that we are blood oathed in this act.
So
Not the only one
he
taking
has
the
a
blame.
pair of swords that he didn't get to draw.
Good.
Some
Ooh.
very shiny armor, although it is weather worn. No longer wearing a cloak. As well as a couple of pouches with various supplies on him.
Are his swords particularly interesting?
Let's have a look.
Swords are for short-armed fellows, I will say. For those short-armed folk who don't have a 15-foot range, but
So the
see
swords
they're sharp.
themselves, they are very, very well crafted. Let me just remember the actual name of them. They are Copis. It's a pair of Copis
Pair of Copis.
that are exceptionally shiny.
So I pick one up and just swish it in the air. Does it feel like it guides me, or am I guiding it?
It feels surprisingly heavy, considering it's made to be used in two hands. As in, like, you're supposed to have one in each hand.
Interesting. Does it feel? Do I get a magical sense? Do I feel tinge of the arcana about this?
Yes, but not something that would have like major effects,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
more that it's made of something quite unusual for a material.
I was hoping I could break it. I'll be sensible, and I just
You
think
can go ahead and try and break it if you want.
I will try and put my full bulk, as I want to bend it in half. But
Oh.
Sogeg knows that.
Yeah, no, doesn't move.
No. I'm just going to throw one of them into the puddle.
I think
That's
you've
what I
worked
think
out
of it.
at this point it's a pair of adamantine copis.
Oh shit! I don't throw it in. I very quickly realise adamantine. You say
Yes.
interesting, Bennett.
I mean, all that does
Do you want some
means
murder shivs?
it makes them really good at breaking things. That's about it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
as they do seem exceptional. As I'll ask Bennett as our only sword wielder of the entire party. Would you have use of these?
Are they? This is Gaz asking because
They're not finesse weapons.
They're not finesse, right?
They're light, but they're not finesse.
Then I guess we'll just seeing Timolus's corpse. What will I do with these? I will dirty these blades in the ground.
I mean, you can
So I poke them into the ground.
stick them to the
There's
side
no-
of some of the whelks.
I'm going to bring them back to the people for the glory of Mogis. These blades will be reborn in his mighty bloody name. But first I must get the stench of Ioris off them.
Are you ripping anything else off his body?
No, it's a bit smelly.
Are you going to just leave him in the middle of the road?
No, we'll pick up Timolus. And in time-honoured tradition... Oh, there's only one thing we can do, guys. This is a team bonding exercise. As I see a whelk over there. Oh, he's beautiful. I will skip prancerlingly. I will speak the words, the time, the sacred nuanced prayer of Mogis, as I will just repeatedly scream at the top of my lungs for Mogis, skulls for his throne, as I'm just going to throw Timolis at a whelk.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Oh, I didn't
We know how good he is at
take
those.
thingy. Oh, I've not got that one on. Come on, Sogo, don't let me down. I mean, he goes into the... It works either way. I'll take it. Not at advantage, but
yeah.
I'll take 21.
You full on lob him and stick him to the side of a whelk that was minding its own business.
I will call to the skies, and I will affront and call him out. As I say, Iorus, you have proven you are not fit to lead. You have proven you have no victory. For weak and small-minded demons can fester and rot your champions' minds. But Mogis is true strength, and through Mogis is the reason why I didn't go crazy and give in to hopelessness. As I will just pledge myself. I'm a follower of Mogis through and through now. I'm convinced. I'm very convinced. A teary died.
Okay.
I just look back and I say, I'm glad you fellas were here to share this moment with me. It means a lot.
Does anyone else want to do anything while you're around these whelks and having, led and jumped a champion of IRS?
Zolk will rub
It's-
his hands together, wink at Sogeg, and mention, "You forgot the red cap."
I doff my hat and I say, how could I forget to waste my once prolonged rest thing? It would be rude not to, as I will use the gore-soaked red cap.
Okay. So where are you summoning the red cap?
I summon the red cap here,
Okay.
and I will say, for Mogis, you see that corpse on the side of that whelk? It said your hat wasn't very red, and you're not good at stabbing things.
Oh, I'll fucking show it how to stab things. Take its shiny armour too. He stomps into the water, just starts stabbing and essentially trying to cut the meat out of him. Trying to keep the armour in one piece.
I respect that. You have your minute of fun, Redcap. As personally, I'm going to walk back. I'll mention it's really fun to throw stuff at these whelks if anyone wants to throw anything. Only just knickknacks, just like throw your rations at it. It makes a really satisfying squelch noise.
Dear God.
Okay. So anybody else doing anything with the whelks? And the remains of Timolis and the whatever the fuck is going on with Soge?
I'm going to stretch my arms out and go, well, time to hit the old dusty trail. Start walking off.
Alright. Unless there's something else somebody wants to do, I'll move you all back to Lopus. So with that, while that is going on, we'll return to the ceremony that Dios was casting with Creethon. And with your guidance from the great Heliod, you do manage to at least succeed the traditional way of atonement, or at least the way an atonement ceremony would be carried out. And it does seem, again, to have that sort of weight lifted off his shoulders, like he's genuinely feeling relieved, but you can also see that he's sagging a little bit, that he's sort of lost a lot of energy. He's quite tired.
I just turn to him and go, something ails you. Talk to me.
I don't think it's anything in particular, my friend. I
I'll
am
be
an
the judge of that.
old man. and I have lived a long and full life. And while I have made my mistakes, and with your help have atoned for the few of them, I know I must spend what time I have left making sure that I don't lose faith again.
Theos just sighs. And he almost looks like he's torn. Because I think Theos would know that him losing his faith would be down to the Eater of Hope and the ever lingering presence of something that evil in close proximity. And there's no shame in not being strong enough to resist something like that. So Theos is going to approach the shrine directly, and he's going to entreat Heliod to imbue Crethon with as much strength and love and protection as he possibly can. And Theos is going to divine intervention.
Okay.
So,
Low numbers.
I need to beat a 41.
Okay, under a 41. Come on.
41 or lower. Where is it? There it is.
Tight to be damned.
Oh, damn it.
One day.
So, you entreat Heliod and pray for Crethon's protection as he regains his sense of self and sense of faith. And while you get no direct response from Heliod, you feel a slight breeze as the flames around the shrine flicker. As it does seem like the wind has picked up. Not uncomfortably so, but there is a notable breeze. Enough to start moving the clouds.
I'll just step back to Crethon and say, take heart, brother. I know you can't see this, but the clouds are parting. Feel the wind on your skin. You'll feel the sun again soon enough. Be strong, my friend. I will pat him on the shoulder, and just as one last hurrah, I will use my Deliverer of Hope divine epithet on him.
Okay, roll a d10.
D10. So D20.
Oh, sorry,
D8.
d20, and you're trying to roll below a 10. That's my bad.
Yeah.
That was the.
You know, roll a D10 if you want.
I mean, if you want to guarantee getting a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Is the wording 10 or lower?
10 or lower.
Then yeah, you get a point of exhaustion as you again reach deep and channel this idea that not only is Heliod the bringer of hope, but you are his agent in bringing that hope to Theros. And for the briefest moment, you swear Crethon looks you in the eye. But it's fleeting. It does very much seem that he has come to late in life. And he's most likely gone blind due to most cleric spells being bright flashes and having to stare into them all for decades. So it's less the Heliod's punished him and more wear and tear. You can definitely sense no divine malice, at least from Heliod.
I think I'll impart that knowledge on him and say that what you believe to be Heliod punishing you. Heliod doesn't hate you, doesn't believe you worthy of punishment. He loves you like he loves all of the playing guides. You do good work here. Keep it up. And Dios is just going to slowly limp off towards the inn because he has 2 levels of exhaustion now.
Oh, snap.
You shouldn't even be only at 1 because you would have used the your epithet before you leveled up.
Yes, that's it. That's true actually. So yeah, 1.
Mainly because I don't want you to have to go back and re-roll your insight check because that would have been at disadvantage if you had exhausted.
It's fair enough.
Sorry, very quick
Nice.
rules question. I can't remember with Paladin, but lay on hands using 5. It's just diseases, not exhaustion. Isn't
Just diseases, yeah.
Yeah, just disease. Cool.
I just need a nap. I'll be fine.
You can use the
Sleeping
sleeping
bag.
bag that Neil used.
Oh yeah, you've got the super
We
sleeping
do
bag.
have a good sleeper. Dios fights
Want to carry me on
like
the
a
back?
true warrior. I'll offer Dios a carry, as
Yeah,
you have
you
fought
can-
like
you
a
can
true warrior.
ride
you have,
on
proven.
Sogeg's back. He
You can
is
even join
horse-sized.
Pogeg in the pocket if you want.
Jesus.
I might have a Dios-sized pocket somewhere.
I
No,
think
I
I'm okay.
I will offer a lift.
think I'm okay.
Actually,
You
I
can
need
use
to
his
take
tail
my...
as a seatbelt. Just sort of click it over.
Even better now, I have the Fisherman of Friends. I can use my pike as a transportation device. Just impale yourself on the end of it. I can move you places.
He's literally got an ability where he can poke his allies and move them around.
Wait,
I just need a
With or
nap.
without them taking damage.
It depends on the day, doesn't it? Depends how hard I stab.
Oh my gosh.
wait. Having a lion in a sleeping bag in your pocket. It's like a hot dog, but not.
I'm okay. I just need a nap. I don't need to be in the sleeping bag. I don't need to be in anyone's pocket. I don't need to be on anyone's back.
I offer
okay.
you a freshly reddened cape to wrap up in if you wish.
I am okay. Let's just
It's very
crack
warm.
on.
It's still warm.
Dios
Are
will be
you
a little cranky, but
Are
everything will
you
be
sure
okay.
you don't want to ride in the baby Bjorn rope harness? I'll carry you.
Dios just looks Scott in the eye and growls ever so softly.
She
Oh,
looks
he's
very
purring.
heartbroken. It was
I'm
an
sorry.
earnest offer. She's gonna wipe her eyes a little and go down and sprint down to the centaur.
Dios will just sprint after her, seeing that he's upset her.
Get in the Bjorn.
Get in the Bjorn or else.
There's only one way to make it right.
I'll look slightly angry at Dios just because he's like, I never get to get carried.
Well,
So
your
big.
free fight is
Wishes.
bigger than everyone else.
Sogeg,
You
always
could
the
do a
big
group
spoon.
effort. You could group effort it.
Never the little.
We could have Nadrin cast Reduce on you, and then I could put you in the Bjorn.
Oh.
For 1 minute.
It would be
For
the
those
best
minutes.
minute of his life.
Exactly. Maybe they'll calm Sogeg down and stop being such a blood-crazed murderer.
I doubt that.
We'll never know. And you're part of this now, Nadrin.
Yeah, Neil.
You've condoned bloodshed. I see that twinkle of blood sense in Neil's eyes. I see him coming round to Mogis. Ooh, little Neil.
So, is there anything else you would like to do in Lopus?
Well, I'm chasing
Would
after Scots after I've upset her.
In an emotional fury, she runs down to the centaur because she had a light bulb moment, and she just dashes into the barn, panting as he's gathering up his stuff and... Hey, before you go, Granny said I'm slow on the uptake. Have you seen... Do you know what I am? Is my family out there? She's just like barely coherent and like tears down her fur.
Now, hold up, little darling, hold up. Stay it a little slower and with slightly less water in, the way you're vocalizing.
She wipes her face and takes a breath. I thought you were asking if I was wandering because I left Granny's, but then I realized, have you seen, are there others? Granny told me I was the last.
You're confusing me a little bit here, sweetheart. I assumed when you mentioned your grannies, it was one of y'all's little hideouts up in the mountains and forests and shit like that. That you've got me a little confused there, darling.
Hideouts in the mountain?
Oh, where all your wandering folks settle after spending a bit too long on the roads. Where you ran away from, yeah?
To the mountains.
What direction? Which mountains?
Well, Centaurs and, most non-Unibor types aren't really welcome. But as the old street saying goes, follow the skylights.
She just nods and kind of squares herself up and tries to put herself back together as she turns around and sees Dios.
Dios would have listened into that conversation, but from the outside, he wouldn't have intruded. Noticing how flustered Scuts is, I don't think he'd have got involved with that conversation. But I think he would have definitely heard it.
She's gonna look down at him and kind of scratch her head, not sure.
I think I understand now. He's just going to step next to her and just say, listen, didn't mean to hurt or offend, and I do appreciate the gift you gave me. And he holds up his arm, and he's still wearing that wooden bracer that you gave him. Very proudly, actually. And he says, may not be able to see those skylights you keep talking about, but I'll follow you if you want to follow them.
She tries not to tear up again, and she just looks Dios dead in the face. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to hurt your pride. I should have known you didn't want to be carried, but I thought it would be fun, cut loose once in a while.
You get a roaring laugh out of Dios and goes, you're alright, Scuts. Come on, let's go, and I'll slap her on the ass with the flat of my pike.
She neighs and trots.
Dios will just follow
Startled.
behind.
She's gonna high five Bennett as she walks by.
Yeah, what's Bennett skulking around for? Everyone to see what more things aren't tied down that you can pocket.
He's working on a gravity belt.
No, Bennett's just wandering.
Just, yeah,
Poking around.
hanging out.
Wait, Scutsy's horn wasn't just like a prop she glued on the red? Mind blown.
I mean, she can stab you for lightning damage with it.
Wait, you're not just a human? I thought that's just what humans look like.
I thought you were all
God.
humans.
I once was.
That's fair. I guess I could see that point from his now Lumia form's view.
The curse.
I was hairless once too. Zogig, except it was because the cauldron exploded.
I think Sogeg still is. I don't think scorpions have hair.
They
This-
have some, but they're
Yes,
not
little
hairy.
bristles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This particular scorpion has a glorious butt chin.
Oh. It's definitely not hairy.
It's gloriously, expertly
front.
shaved. Yeah.
It is
Yes.
very prim and proper.
I will learn to use it as a melee weapon.
Is it lotioned and shiny at all?
Because I will actually
I
write a
tap-
melee weapon for it
I
if you want.
tap my helmet. You see a rustle of my hair, and I say, "A Crowan's secret." Time-honored secret.
Oh, yeah, I need to
As
get
I
rid of
niftily
that
push
door.
away my butt chin lotion into my pocket.
It's just a little vial, little clay vial that has a butt chin lotion inscribed on it. Because you're
It's
worth
really
it.
just blood from a red cap. We all know it.
Just some crap I found on the road.
Okay, has been milking the red caps again.
Listen, once per long rest. I've only got a minute, so I've got to do it vigorously.
Oh, this
As
went
much as I
dark.
can.
Went dark.
Okay. Is there anything
Back to
else?
sanity.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do in Lopus?
Away from this hellish place.
Yeah, it's no fun without Frankos anymore.
Yeah, took
Yeah,
him
I
away
miss
from you.
Time
Frank
to feel
Frank
hopeless
It's-
again.
He did
Frank
give
off the party leader.
he did title you as Good Duds, so you are now all Good Duds.
Oh, I can use that as proof. Do we have that in writing anywhere?
I mean, probably not. Zogig probably wouldn't. You as a player,
When I
you've
get-
got it in the party epithets, but
I'm gonna write it down. I feel like Sergey's going to get done for like war crimes at some point. I need this written
I
down.
am a
as
good
proof.
dud.
Look, an ogre said I was all right. Promise. I mean, do these sky stars, do the trails speak of a particular direction?
Guts will look up into the sky.
It is still day, so they're fairly faint.
Do have one last thing I want to do in this place before we go, if that's okay.
You can see. I'd say with the lights, you can see them. Essentially, sort of, almost like fractured glass. Sort of. There's no particular single path. There seems to be sort of a web of them heading in multiple different directions. No particular direction feeling that much stronger than the others. Although you could probably trace some of the larger lines.
She shakes her head and looks at Sogeg. It's harder to see during the day. It's better at night or during the evenings when I can actually see them. But we could head towards the mountains.
And it offers his sunglasses. But when he takes his sunglasses off, there's another pair of sunglasses.
Guts will just wear them. I don't know if they'll help her see anything, but she feels cool as fuck right now.
Okay. But it has replicating sunglasses. I will allow it. That you could just keep making new sunglasses. So, Dios, you said you wanted to do one last thing.
I did. I wanted to go into the inn and talk to the innkeeper again.
Okay.
Just one last thing. I'll walk in and just greet him in Leonin because he is a fellow lion man.
Meow.
Indeed. You are rat. Don't make me chase you.
Hello. It is a while since you've come and directly spoken to me. Are you leaving as well?
Yes, myself and my party will be leaving very soon. I have a favour to ask of you, if you don't mind. I'm going to rummage in my pocket and I'm going to pull out. Have a look at my character sheet. 29 gold pieces and a statuette of Atheroa.
Okay, Aethros, yeah.
Yes, Theros. And just plonk them on the table.
Do you know how much that statuette's worth?
I think it's like 200 gold, something like that.
Low ball, but okay.
Nice.
Pretty high, but I don't care. Money is for people who care about money.
I'll let you know when you give it away.
Oh yeah, I'm giving it away.
It's worth 750 gold.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm giving it away. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to give it to this lion man and say, these are yours on condition that you keep an eye on the old man. Make sure he's comfortable. The guy's getting old. He was old when I knew him. I don't think he has long left in this world. If you could do what you can to make him comfortable, this should cover any expenses. I would very much appreciate it.
I was feeling somewhat homesick recently. Was going to make my way back to Oreskos and, see the old plains again. But
Anything, once Crethon has passed on to the arms of Heliod, if there's any left, it's yours as a thank you. If you wish to travel back to the home plains, do it with my blessing.
just make sure he stays off the line.
I will make sure he stays off the wine, and I will wander back into his pantry and I'll spend a couple of spell slots and purify some more water for him.
swear, Dios is going to get like one shot by God of Rebels. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
He's got to be noticing this.
You've definitely started making enemies, which is nice.
I'm not turning his wine into water. I'm turning all of his shitty water into good water.
Exactly, that's party water.
Well,
It's not party water
it's
anymore.
Sober Dios walking around, making sure that everybody knows how to stay sober.
And well hydrated.
It's like a 90s commercial. Could I also do one thing before we leave?
Go ahead. Who's going to die this time?
Not yet. I notice, just having a very quick look, these, as much as they have hope, they look like they're just not going to talk to me, right? I give them a wave.
So they seem to be having a hushed conversation.
I will attempt to walk up, and burying my pride slightly, I will give a curt sort of bow, as I would just say, noble guardians, I seek counsel. Trying to play into there, they think that I'm shit.
All right.
They're shit.
Well, would you look at that? The filthier crow knows his place. Go on.
Oh!
We'll treat you nice.
I'm just like trying to push Pogeg down really deep in the pocket. Not yet, Pogeg. We'll come back for them. As I will say, slightly gritted teeth. I say, you Cetessans, you spit venom, but there are worse and fouler prey out there. Have you heard and do you know of the location of Cleomenes?
How'd you know that name?
I brandish... No, I won't actually, fucking hell. I'll use my headband of intellect very quickly. Let's not do that. I say, you know of this bandit then. I have heard tale of the usurpers in Akros sending their spies and their bandits into your territories to sow unrest. I seek to cleanse this cowardly and unsightly error in their judgment. Do you know where Cleomenes is?
Make a persuasion check.
As I stir the shit pot. How well do I stir? Oh my god, I've got a good persuasion. Yes, it didn't backfire. Thank the Lord. It's on a crit one at least.
If you'll take the rest of your Crowan's home with you, sure. They've set up a camp in the Nessian woods. Not like we haven't got enough fucking shit to deal with in there. We don't know their exact locations ourselves, but go find Commander Lampiti in our outpost further in.
Name again, Commander. Citessans are very Lampiti. That's sort of a bit of a scoff. You Citessans and your crazy names. Petey is a monkey. I know that is a fact. Commander Lampiti. Will say, trust a Citessan to not have the gall to have already cut off the head of a snake.
Well,
the fact that Cleomenes is still alive.
We're too busy cutting the heads off the Hydra infestations we've got in that forest.
I mean...
And I don't know how many heads you've cut off of one of those, but they're not easy to stay.
How many have you cut off?
Enough.
How many? Number?
Sure, let's determine a number. A whopping
and speak
7.
me by my proper title, for I have cut off 8 heads of hydras.
Make a deception check.
I'm not as good at these ones. Come on, crit. Okay, it's only 6.
Well, then you won't have much trouble on your road through the woods. But stay off Citessan land. Stay out of the actual city. Don't cause trouble. Filth. Let's step away from you.
Yeah. I will call off and I'll just say, you cut many Hydra's heads, but the head of the Acroan spies are far more numerous than those in the Nessian woods. You would be wary, guards.
They're not really guards.
Guardians, rather.
Yeah, they were sent essentially to act as town guards, but they didn't really care. This is essentially a punishment due to sort of if you're acting up, you're going and guarding some of the outposts because cleaning the latrines, go guard the shitholes on the borderlands.
Let's say to the party, look at the weakness of Citessa. This is what they let their town villages go to. In Akros, when we have a plague, we simply cull the population, and so there is no plague no more. Is that not a better solution? I think so. That's all I wanted to do.
Learning a lot about Sogek today.
Just wanted to stir a shit pot.
Okay, so anyone else? Final things in Lopus? Okay, I will move you back to the world map.
Lopus, I think, was settled down there when we finished with all of this adventuring. My little house.
So, you are on the border between the Nessian Wood and the Despairlands after following the Guardian Way from Hunter's Crossing. It is currently... The Guardian Way turns north at this point and starts winding through the woods. You could continue heading east if you wanted to push further on towards the Cypress Gates. You could double back to Hunter's Crossing if you wished. You could go down through the Despairlands to Asphodel itself.
The tree again.
So,
very quickly, just I want to explain something to the party. Perhaps I haven't heard the name of Cleomenes. I feel I should come whole circle here. I've heard tales long ago of Cleomenes, a small band of Acroans. They are known to be particularly forceful. They would say orderly. Anyone who's not from Macross would probably say murderous. I have an issue with Cleomenes. Probably not the same issue that you'd have with Cleomenes, but I will just warn that if we do stumble across Cleomenes on our travels, I will not be negotiating with them. I'll say that much. They are foul and they are a blight on this world. And I suspect that your gods would be happy for them to be gone too. With that, though, I feel like we've got mountains to get up. Gotta be, right?
So, where would you like to go as a party?
Theros is going to step back and just let the consensus decide. He has a lot to think about at the moment.
My God.
He's done enough leading for now.
I feel like we're a Hydra with no main head. I mean... Oh, sorry.
It has business in Setessa, but Gaz doesn't know what it is. Something's
We can
gone
head
over
north
my head.
through. Go, Bennett.
I was saying that, I mean, again, this is Gaz speaking. Something's gone over, and I don't want to reveal exactly what the agenda is. There's something in my major agenda that implies I have business in Setessa, but I'm not 100% sure what it is.
God, you're a mystery man, Bennett.
It is, while it is purposely vaguely worded, it is inspired by your backstory.
Is it something to do with your glasses?
Not saying. Yeah, Bennett looks to the north and just says, I have business in Setessa.
Interesting.
Perfect. We can stop in Setessa on our way to the mountains.
This seems like the god of travels has blessed us today. A straight line, it would seem. And just as luck, in the Nessian woods, there's plenty of hydras to put in your pockets.
Granny's got some explaining to do. I need some pocket hydras.
Guts, what does Granny look like?
It depends on how she feels that day. Sometimes she's pretty flowery. Sometimes she's got like the mushroom aesthetic going on. Man, you don't want to see her when she's mad, though.
Interesting. I hope to see this Granny one day. She sounds mighty.
I want to know why Granny lied to me.
Grannies always lie to us. It's what they do. It's their thing. Cursed grannies. A pox on grannies in all across Theros.
I'm gonna arm wrestle her so hard.
We're definitely going to need to train, I feel like, before we do that.
Montage.
Sogek especially. Yeah. Sogek is disappointing.
Montage.
We're gonna look at the sky and we're gonna follow the lights north montage. Yeah.
Into the Nessian woods.
So, are you heading into the Nessian woods?
Yeah, I'd say the consensus is northward to Setessa.
Okay.
Seems that way.
We all have questions for Bennett that we're not asking.
I can just see Nadrin already, like, sort of shriveling up being this far from water. We'll find a tub.
You are pretty far.
There'll be a river.
Oh, let me grab everybody.
Could always go down the river on the way back as well. That'd be cool. So I go to just say as well, I'm really glad you all had my back with Tamolus. He was a bad dude. We were
that
right
was a gang
in doing
beat.
what we did. Listen,
That I had nothing to do with.
it was Who on earth believes anyone when they say I've got a secluded spot in the swamp to go to? I mean, it was his own fault. Though
You
I
were
am
wearing a crown colours, speaking nicely to him. It's like, you know what, I've got. I
said
trust
he
this
followed
guy.
Mogis.
I trust.
I'm just
this
going to
guy.
whisper every time we go into a little town. I'm just going to whisper tales of the death woods, the death swamp, the swamp of no friends. If you go there with a friend, you'll kill them. It's a cursed place.
Okay. You come to. Oh wait, I'm on the slightly wrong one, aren't I? That's not quite. Yeah.
We've travelled really far
Yeah,
somehow.
this
Oh,
is one step further in than you should be. So give me a moment. Supposed to
Everyone
be
make as many notes as you
on
can right
this
now.
one. There we
Trees.
go.
Take a screenshot.
Anyone feel like a weird kind of whiplash right there?
Ah, shit.
The god of travels is mysterious. Oh, more waystones. Interesting. Oh,
Yeah, the waystones are the interesting
oh.
part.
They
Sure.
Well.
Sorry, not
Now
sorry.
that is something to put in your pockets if there ever was a thing. A noble beast.
Anybody else seen the Australian horror movie Bore?
I don't know whether that's relevant at this moment in time.
You speak in
looking at it,
riddles,
thinking this.
Bennett. You speak in
Also,
riddles.
Missing a
Who
couple.
are you? You speak of this technology when we only know of rocks and more rocks.
So, Gag, help me put the rock in my shirt.
I nod. I will attempt to help to... No questions asked. As soon as moving stone, I'm in.
She pulls it open and tries to like meet him halfway with it. So she's shoving with the bag with her shirt from one
Okay.
side while he's pushing on the other. I don't know if it'll work.
I'd like you both to make athletics checks, please.
May I please invoke, as I do the athletics while I'm doing this, I am going to invoke the name Mogis to give me strength beyond all strength. And as I do that, I would have liked to have used my divine intervention. If possible.
You've not used a divine intervention yet, have you? You've used Will of the People, wasn't it?
You hear will of the people. I'm going to
Yeah.
waste the other one now as well.
Yep. Okay.
One day.
Oh my god.
It's a bit heavier than it looked.
So you go and try to lift it, and it doesn't budge an inch. It is deceptively not only heavy, but difficult to get a hold of. You can't really find a good grip on it.
I can't describe it, but this is making me unnaturally angry, this stone.
I know. Everyone might want to step back. We might need to move on. We should leave the rock. So, Gag, we'll find a better rock. This one isn't good enough.
Yeah. Pride and ego desperately hurt, I'd say. Yeah, this stone was the problem. It was the stone that was the problem.
It's a bad stone.
Yeah.
My god.
Well, I just used my...
Okay. So, what would you like to do as you are following the Guardian Way through its winding roads as you reach the border of the Nessian Woods? And unsubtly, there is a very, very giant boar currently drinking from a pool of water. Some smaller boars around it also frolicking, as well as trying to drink from the watering hole.
Would we be able to tell the sex of the boar from this distance?
Make a nature check.
Because I suspect that this gaggle of boars... Is this a matriarch? With her brood?
Almost. Closer to a mother and a piglet.
I suspect we don't want to go near the piglets. We let this noble beast tend to its water drinking.
Piggies.
Oh, we murder it.
That's some good bacon. That's
Really,
a lot of
it's just-
bacon.
It's the duality of Theros. To murder or to let
Okay.
bygones be bygones. It is a beautiful beast,
just-
I will say. It would be a
No,
shame.
This is a boar. This is a wild boar, and nothing to do with a tamed goat.
Listen,
I was gonna say
okay,
you
it's a
should
boar.
tame it, maybe not.
I mean, you can attempt to tame it if you want.
Sogeg's bashful and doesn't really want to go near the boar for some strange reason. I have bad feelings about this boar goat. Oh, boar. So, can we just
Are we
have a
going
nature
boar on
skull and we'll
boar?
just observe the boar for a bit and just watch it drink and stuff?
I would like to sit and paint some berries while we're watching the boars.
Okay.
Hide behind a tree.
I'm not entirely sure if they become edible berries, but you can definitely paint them. Let's have a look. Pigments.
She's gonna sprinkle sugar on them.
They look authentic, but aside from that, yeah, they are essentially made of paste bone or some other worthless material. But so you can't make food with it specifically.
I just want them to think it smells nice.
Yeah, you're better at painting something bright and colourful for your flowers, and then finding a way to make it smell nice.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if I could sprinkle sugar on the paper berries.
I mean, sugar doesn't have the most strongest scent, but you do have the handy spice pouch for all the spices you could ever think of, ever. So you could throw,
I'll just dump
cinnamons and nutmegs and...
Ooh, yeah, I'll just make them smell like cookies. I'll dump
Yeah.
a bunch of, like, all
Christmas
the
flowers.
good ones on there. My handful of weird paper berries.
Okay. Let's try doing this then. Okay, they're continuing to drink and just sort of keep it in to themselves as much. They can't really tell, or at least haven't noticed this cookie flower that you have painted.
Is anybody else doing anything before she tries to walk up to them?
Watching in amazement.
This is the most majestic creature I've ever seen. It's so large and its tusks, they're so cool.
Guts, you got this. And I will give the thumbs up of bless.
Okay. Are you blessing anybody else?
Dios. Just because Dios is there. And Bennett in case it goes south.
Okay.
The dagger has to be thrown at this poor beast.
Now, I don't really want to supersede myself, but I can suggest that, because Pogeg has a similar ability, I don't think it's specifically bless, so you could theoretically add that as well. But Pogeg would actually have to stay quite close to Skuts for it to work. You have to stay within 30
was
feet.
worded as within 30 feet they are blessed.
Oh, so it's actually used the term bless.
Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't say used blessed, but it does say blessed.
Then yeah.
So I'm guessing it is just.
It wouldn't.
I'll
stack,
save
yeah.
you from that. I'll
Okay.
save you from the 2d4 madness.
Yeah.
God. Oh man. Well, you used your bless, so now I have to do it. Scots is going to very, slowly, not stealthily necessarily, but she wants to walk over up towards the other side of the lake.
Okay.
Non-threatening.
They've definitely noticed you and have tensed up, but they're not. I mean, the piglets don't care. They're just sort of bouncing around. The mother's definitely noticed you.
She's gonna try to drink from the water, so she looks like she's just chilling, trying to be natural.
Are you actually drinking from the water, or just looking like you're drinking from the water?
Uh, would Scuts be able to tell if it was good? She probably would be able to tell.
It'd be a survival check to see if it's if there's anything gross in the water.
She'll check because she's thirsty. Survival.
I mean, if you've got your thirsty epithet, you might be able to drink this into something else. It's definitely not the cleanest water. I mean, it shouldn't theoretically kill you, but there is a good chance that there is some bug growing in it.
Yeah, that's fair. She likes river water more than
It is still
standing
water, yeah.
Yeah. So she's just gonna kind of scoop her fingers into it and pretend she's drinking, but letting the water run between them. And then she's going to try to toss the berries. Oh no, I can't throw anything. Fuck.
Oh, no.
She's going to slowly walk forward with the berries out.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Ooh.
Should have bless, right? Or no?
You would have bless on this, so you would get a
Okay.
d4.
I'm not sure it's gonna help too
It
much.
still doesn't. That's not much better. That's a natural one.
Okay. So as you approach slowly, the painted berries of cookies held forward, while the mother very much is staring you down, not backing down at all. You have managed to catch the attention of one of the piglets that does come bounding straight towards you. Completely careless, just straight towards you.
Guts is going to sit down and set the berries out in front of her.
It does start sniffing at them, but it's also sniffing more at you than the berries. But you could definitely... whether or not you're staring or looking at the mother, you can feel her looking at you.
Yeah, she's not. She wants to touch him, but she's not gonna pet him. Maybe. All right. So now she's going to leave the snacks and carefully get up and back away, and maybe.
They're supposed to following you. Just bound along, just...
Oh no.
As one of the other ones comes and starts sniffing at the berries.
I turn around and I look at the mother.
It's... make a animal handling check. Let's do it that way.
I need to figure out how to get rid of the public or private role. That's so annoying.
Okay. The mother's pissed. The mother is definitely concerned, but you can't tell whether that means that she's going to charge you or is about to have a serious talk in Piggish with that reckless piglet.
That me and Sogeg could understand.
But yes.
Do you want to talk to it while it's over here?
If I talk to it, I'm just going to make it call me champion. That's what I say. What's my name, Boar?
I don't want a pet by like doing a Disney mom trope here. So like, I don't want to make the mom mad and get in a fight. I want to throw them some rations, but I can't throw anything.
Throw it on the ground instead of at them.
Place it.
It'll probably disintegrate. It does 1d10 bludgeoning damage no matter what I throw.
Are you like, could you do hand?
Something.
Is it obvious that Scuts is trying to like painfully trying to figure out like you want to give rations to these boars, or are you just sort of stood there?
You can
Essentially,
see how badly I want to throw stuff, and you have seen what happens when I throw stuff.
we'll try and figure out what's happening. We'll pull out a ration, then throw one at a boar.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to throw one sort of more over here.
I'll let Bennett do it because I'm not really involved
Okay.
in this mess.
Bennett, make
Yes.
an animal handling check.
Not my fault now. Plus D4.
Yeah, plus D4.
Right, yeah. Wait. I could have sworn I'd switched that on.
Okay. You throw a ration to the side, which definitely catches the attention of the two piglets, but they're also, you can see they're quite excitable. So they're a bit overwhelmed by just everything going on, so they're just bouncing all over the place, while Mother's sat at the back, sort of haunches up, definitely not happy.
I'm going to set down 2 of my rations and then try to, like, shoo them back to their mother.
They immediately devour the rations and are very much sniffling into your hands, pockets and all that sort of thing, looking for anything else.
Don't I shove one as it starts trying to go into the pocket?
Oh no.
The mother
Hey,
does take
can
a step
somebody
forward.
who can talk to animals tell them that we're good dudes and we're just saying hi before we get in some shit with the mom?
We are good dudes.
God,
Don't
dudes.
know about that.
God, dude.
You're not good dudes. You're good dudes.
Good dude.
That's the difference.
I can't do it. Frankos, I failed you.
That's why he ran away.
Not everyone can be Francos.
So, what are you doing with this increasingly tense situation?
Seen a
Do I
dream
have to
coming
go
up.
and talk to the big pig?
Are you going
Off
to
you
go
go.
talk to the big pig? I mean, considering these two are supposed to be piglets, they're the size of full wild boar. They are quite huge. They're about the same sort of size as Neil. Yet these are probably only a few weeks old.
I don't know how. What do I say to pigs?
What do you say to pigs?
How do I talk to a pig?
Oh, tell her that her tusks are very large and shiny.
Please don't eat us.
You don't lead with the don't eat us though. You've got to do the compliment first. Got to butter up the situation.
I really don't know how to talk to a pig.
Just
Tell
do
her
some
she
casual
looks really
conversation.
tough.
Tell us to calm down. That always works.
Calm down. Ugh.
Hello. We don't mean you any harm. We just want to give the babies some food.
Okay,
Would you like some food?
make a persuasion or animal handling check.
Yeah, hang on. I accidentally dropped my mouse and got myself kicked out of Roll20.
Panic.
Oh my god. Performance anxiety. Performance anxiety.
Dios is just going to go sit on the waystones by the road and watch this unfurl.
Sogeg starts dusting himself like, oh, I guess we got to have someone talk to a boar.
Okay then. What was it?
Get in there,
Persuasion?
quick.
Persuasion or animal handling, your choice.
Oh, persuasion is much better.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
See?
you say in a quivering, panicked voice to the giant boar that you mean them no harm. You only want to say hello and she's not overly keen to respond, but with your ability to speak with animals, you very much get this. Yeah, she's not happy. What's the best way? She doesn't see you as a threat as much as she's not sure. She's essentially it's the same tense side on either way. That she doesn't want you to attack. You don't want her to attack. But turns out kids are idiots.
Sounds like she
Okay.
needs to have the don't take candy from strangers conversation with them. Then.
I mean, you were the stranger offering candy, so
I know they're supervised.
They're just dumb.
They weren't supposed to keep following me. All right, Scots is gonna take another step back and kind of wave goodbye. Maybe they'll remember us. No, God. She just starts looking really nervous.
I'm having to physically restrain Pogeg at the moment. I am wrestling with my pocket. Oh my god. There's 2 small boars.
We'll continue on going. But we kind of need these to stop following us.
at this point, the giant boar sort of snaps into a charge.
Oh.
Stops about here. Showing quite impressive control over its ability to stop, considering it was moving a lot of bulk very, very quickly. I need everybody that was watching that, so pretty much everybody, to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm bad at these.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, disadvantage, yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Had
Some
to check
good
it.
rolls. Remember your blessings if you have blessed.
Okay.
Doesn't Dio
Blind.
have an exhaustion point, or did we get rid of that?
That's on
He does
ability
with
checks.
abilities, yeah, not
Yeah.
saving throws. So the only one affected by this is Zulk, who is terrified. You are frightened of this creature as it shows this display of strength, to which the piglets do flock around behind it as it steps up forward.
In being feared, I have a reaction to move 15 feet.
Yeah,
I'll use that to go down, like into the ground.
going 15 feet straight down. Okay.
I fill the hole with water.
You're not waterboarding me again.
I don't really. I don't have that spell prepared.
I can.
My
The rat
spear's
needs a
gonna
bat again.
slowly come out.
He's just had a shower.
He needs another one. It's still got that wet rat smell.
It's never gonna go.
That's never gonna go
Hate to
away.
say. We've got to accept that now.
He dries himself by rolling around in the dirt. What more do you want?
Have Neil slobber on him. That should help.
Isn't that corrosive?
No, but it's very slippery.
It's very slippery. You just lube up and then just launch yourself
Never
away.
gonna catch me.
Where did you turn?
Gonna scream in animal speech this bomb to, "Don't you dare charge me, you damn dirty boar."
Oh no.
Are you actually saying
Okay.
this?
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh,
make an
no.
intimidation check.
I'm very intimidating.
Oh no.
Grrr.
Roll for initiative.
Okay. it does actually take a step back at that,
Right.
but not that much. It's still very much facing you, trying to make sure its kids are behind it.
That's champion Sogeg to you, boar.
The boar can't call you captain.
I
I'm not
I can
sure
try.
boars really understand the concept of champions.
They will when I'm finished.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh, don't do that. Yeah, that's on you, that. I just mean it in a... I'm going to stab them a lot. Oh, for fuck's sake. With my spear.
Considering her affinity for animals and the fact that she's been wandering through the wilds for a little bit, I'm gonna guess she's not fazed by this at all. This is just how like almost every animal encounter she has goes.
It went pretty well.
Yeah, this is great. She loves wild animals.
So
You
you're just
should
wandering
leave
off,
This boar.
turning your back.
No, still facing it. Arms outstretched very wide right now as well, not to give up the illusion of being big.
Okay.
Nadrin, cast enlarge on me, quick!
No!
And bigger.
Hype him up.
I will scuttle. So I'm still facing it. I'm literally scuttling with my two arms outstretched high. Just sideways scuttling. Maybe this curse wasn't such a curse all along.
Turns out it was a crab the whole time.
So, let me get this right. You're walking away backwards with a come at me bro stance.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have to walk backwards. I am going sideways right now.
Also crabbing, got it.
It just feels right. My god. Maybe that means we need to go to the ocean. My curse was actually a seaborne curse all along.
I tried to get us to go to the ocean before.
One day.
Is anyone else going to do anything with the boat? It doesn't seem to be, just to see as long as you're moving away from it.
It's when Dios just throws a fireball.
Someone say fireball.
Maybe.
Okay, so I will move you on to the next part then. If you are leaving that well alone.
I think it's only right too.
Okay.
Oh, deja vu. Oh my word.
Sparkly.
Wow, this place looks
You've never seen it before, shut up.
Spooky.
familiar.
No, it's not familiar at
Spooky.
all. Don't worry about it.
Deja vu, whiplash, what's the difference?
Well, I had to do the entrance encounter before the inside the woods encounter, shouldn't I?
Scurry up this wall slightly and peer over the top. Looking at this tree, it just looks like a very shiny tree.
It's a very big, very shiny tree.
Are there any red caps in it?
Not that you can see. In fact, make a perception check for me.
I use my red cap sense. I will use my blood sense though.
Blood sense is going to ping.
Yeah, it's going to go off in it.
lot.
I'll tell you actually what I'll do. Instead, I will use a divine sense. Are there any fiends, celestials? I suspect there won't be, but in this tree, is there a secret demon in it?
No celestials, fiends, or undead that you can see.
Oh,
Or
we're safe then.
detect.
No secret demons.
That you can detect.
There's nothing else there, so there's nothing. There's no other beast.
But what I will say is you swear that this bush here was trying to pick something out of your pocket.
Oh, for God's sake! I hit the bush on the head with a javelin and I walk away backwards. Naughty bush. I think this bush is it's either got goblins in it or it's a thievery bush. Just
And
poke the
Guts
bush
use
and-
magic awareness?
That's more for spells than anything else, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So this is not a context of usefulness. Okay. Alright. Then there's... Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna regret. Actually, no. I pull out a javelin and I flip it to the blunt end, and I will poke this bush with the blunt end of a javelin.
Okay. Well, it rattles around like you would expect to be able to shake a bush.
Is it trying to steal my javelin? Can I pull it back freely?
You're poking with the blunt end, aren't you?
Yes, definitely the blunt end.
You can pull it back freely, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Throw a coin. Throw a coin at the base of the bush.
Okay.
Guys, I think this bush is a thievery bush. Hoping I'm not
Scuds
going
gets ready to
crazy.
throw something.
You flick a coin at the bush that's still sort of gently swaying from when you rattled it with your javelin. And as a leaf passes by the edge or over the front of the coin, once it passes, it's gone.
Definitely.
Briefly obscured for a
Thievery
moment, and
bush.
in that brief moment of obscurity, it has disappeared.
Be ready with your fireballs, because if these steal one single more penny off of me, no, we'll have to call it the Nessian Waswood and not the Wildwood. I'll burn it to the ground.
That's so bad.
Sorry, I just you get it if you were from Across. Okay, that's an Across joke.
See, what you were after was the Nessian Cinderwood.
That's a good one.
So, what would you like
Well,
to
I
do?
don't trust these hedges now.
I mean, I kind of
Well,
want to
now.
set the bush on fire, but I don't have fire.
I'm just going to crawl up here, avoiding hedges. I don't want to touch any of them.
Okay.
Oh, there's a rock here.
Can Scuds make a check? Has she seen anything like this on her wanderings?
Make a nature or history check. You're not overly familiar with forest folktales and sort of odd things happening. You can very much tell, mainly from how you grew up and the types of creatures you grew up around, this is very typical Fey behaviour. There is more than likely something with a very obscure bone to pick, or just a merry prankster, and you must have stumbled into their territory. The specifics of what it might be, without seeing it directly, all you know at the moment is wherever there's thick foliage, it seems to steal coins. But aside from that, you don't really have enough sort of bits of evidence or things to sort of define it any further than there's definitely some Fey shenanigans going on.
I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna go full garlic on this, and I'm gonna turn around and tell the party. You guys, this is fairy territory. We have to be careful. Don't eat anything anyone gives you, and don't tell anyone your real name. She looks like slightly panicked. Granny said they like to be tricksy.
Oh, Granny's definitely taken a few names of her own before, so.
Oh no.
So, what would you like to do?
She's gonna clumsily clamber up right next to Sogeg and avoid the bush.
Okay.
I'll follow.
So for those climbing up that can't just step over it because they're size large, make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Do I still need to
Not bad.
make one because I'm clumsy, or
Oh,
did that...
clumsy would ignore it as well. You just literally just every time you like rip a rock off or stumble, you just barrel through it anyway.
How did you
Alright.
roll upwards up that
You
rock?
managed to,
though?
yeah, you managed to fall
That's
upwards.
impressive.
Did I just dig a tunnel up it?
Not this, because it's not dirt. This is full stone. You would,
Bennett, you fool!
yeah, you'd need something that could
difficult.
move stone around. Maybe ask your new patron.
It's got in the hedge. I
Okay.
gasp.
So everybody except for Zolk makes it up.
Oh, Zolk.
Zolk, you stumble and roll back down this stone cliff face.
Ogeg, help him.
Unfortunately, I didn't take Fisher of
I
Allies. I
need to
could just stab him.
quick look.
Don't know that'll help, but I could stab him.
Okay.
I'll help Zolk up. I'll walk down. Get on my back.
Good old carriage.
I will charioteer up here and drag Zolk up.
That's very nice of you. Zolk, make a perception check.
Oh no.
So, getting picked up by
Perception.
Sogag, you pat yourself down, make sure you're still all in one piece. It seems to be missing a few pieces. Missing quite a few pieces. You'll lose 60 gold coins.
Oh my. Zolk, how much gold did you have?
Surprisingly, not that much of a dent.
Someone was stealing money. I mean, you were one of the few ones that took money from the
It's for the people.
the noble.
As long as the fairies buy javelins with the money, it'll have gone to the right place in the end. Well,
Bennett, make a perception check for me.
Clicking the wrong thing.
crap.
I don't know whether it makes a difference, but if I roll badly here, my passive perception is 15.
You should still be blessed as well, Bennett. So you get a D4
Okay.
as well.
You're fine. Very much same bush. This bomb. You swear you saw its branches trying to dip into your pockets.
We burn this one now.
Bushy's making me angry, I won't be real.
Kinda want my gold back.
You don't know if it was that bush that took your gold though. You fell over here.
I
Relevant.
mean,
One bush has got to pay.
And it just, like you were smacking the back of somebody's hand for reaching over the dinner table. And just like slaps it away and then steps back.
well now. This is... I'll preemptively stab this... I want to sit down somewhere, I'm a bit flustered here. But I'm going to stab this with my pike just to make sure it's not a
Make an attack
thievery
roll.
stump. I'm going to two-hand it as well.
Okay. You give it a solid stab. The tip of your spear piercing a serious dent into the side of this tree stump, considering it's a full-on tree stump you're trying to stab. Other than that, nothing else happens.
Hey. Stump is safe. I'm going to sit on the stump.
Okay, you curl up on top of the stump.
I'm out of ideas.
Nadrin, make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Continue.
Oh boy. I've lost something.
Why does Nocturne not have a trident anymore? Also, where's Neil?
He's right here. He's
Trying to mess with your mind.
not that small. You can see him. He's bigger than Zolk.
Everyone's bigger than
I think
Zolk.
he's bigger than most of
I
us.
think, yeah, everyone is bigger than Zol.
Hey, at least I can ride Neil.
I'm not afraid of hedges. I'm going to forge a pass onwards.
Okay.
Found my bravery. I'm going to run really quickly onto this rock. Past the hedge.
Okay. What would everyone else like to do while they see solid Sogeg going around?
If you say something like as he's run, he's had everything stolen, including his clothes, I'd just point and laugh. Otherwise, I would follow him.
Dangerous talk for someone in stabbing distance.
Stay away from the bushes.
Yeah, everybody's in stabbing distance.
You see my tattoo
Especially-
begin to flare.
Especially if I enlarge. 'cause
Oh
they
god,
can
that
punch
stacks as
from
Oh
well.
my
50
God.
foot away.
Oh.
You can get some super Sogeg going on.
I feel like we're going to slowly make a Voltron. Like, we're going to make a... Somehow all our characters will fit into one piece.
We're on the way there.
We'll turn into the Death Ball. How many of these bushes are wearing sunglasses right now? Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what would you like to do?
I'll stab this bush.
What are you stabbing it with?
Oh. I don't want to lose a javelin either. Sogeg rummages. I rummage. And I will stab it with a javelin.
Okay. Make an
Get
attack
poked
roll.
bush.
So, you stab in with the javelin and draw it back out, and there is no head to the javelin. The wooden
I pull out
stick's
another
still
javelin.
there, but the pointy bit at the top has disappeared.
Remove one of my javelins and add in a stick. The stick will be useful later.
Hand it to Scots.
I mean, I can probably keep stuff safe. I just can't tell you when I'll grab it again.
Yeah, I can't guarantee to bring it back.
Guys, do you want to blow up one of these bushes with a thrown item?
Boy, do I! She's gonna reach in her shirt.
Okay.
Please be the snail.
Oh my god, it's the basilisk blankie.
Instead of the basilisk blankie, I will let you pull out a small piece of jewellery, a small locket with a little tiny note written in familiar handwriting, just saying, for when you're ready to come home.
Oh man, Granny has so many flies on the wall. She knows I'm mad at her. She's gonna
Granny is
wrap the
everywhere.
necklace around itself on her hip, where apparently she keeps things she doesn't want to lose in her pocket.
Yeah, it's about down
you
that
ever
you've
had
got
a
a
purse?
granny amulet.
Oh god.
Like
Oh boy.
Gramulet.
That's
A gramulet, yeah.
all right. So she'll tie that to her hip, and then she'll reach in and pull out a flag from a long.
Okay, roll a d4 for me.
A D4. Do. Oops, that's the wrong. But what?
That is a very, very old flag of Skophos, the Minotaur Island. Yeah, Skophos.
Oh, man, I feel like we should save this for when you guys finally get your boat that you're dreaming of. She's gonna shove it back in her shirt now that she's got a better idea for it. It's not a very good throwing item for such close range bushes, and she will one more time
Go on.
rummage around extra deep, and you can hear all
Have you got
kinds of stuff tumbling
the
around.
rummaging epithet on?
No.
Because aren't you at 25? So you should have 3. Which 3 have you got?
Oh.
Or did you take 4 Thinker? Was that the one?
If we had a chance, I would have swapped back out to having Collector Calamity, and if I could pick a third, it would be Forethinker, yeah.
Okay. So you've dropped Thirsty for Collector.
Yeah,
So
I'm
don't
gonna try
forget,
them all
you
out.
can roll twice when picking something.
Okay. Yeah, well, no, we're not actively in battle, so I figured she was kind of like rummaging through shit, yeah. She doesn't want to throw an Adrin stick either. She's gonna stick it back in, and frustrated, she's just gonna pick up this little bush that's right next to her.
Okay.
And she's gonna look around at all the other bushes. Which one's so gag?
This one gave me the stink eye.
And she'll just immediately launch.
Just a sodded dirt, just
Oh my.
launched into it. It does hit-ish in that area. It just sort of breaks up from the force of the throw. So just sort of scatter shots.
You've made more hedge. Oh god, they've merged.
Anyone else with all that?
Happy to just watch the chaos.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
sit back and watch.
Fireball.
I feel like we're-
Fireball. Fireball. She's gonna come over and start chanting at him.
He
Join
just
in the
gives you
chant.
the side eye and cocks his eyebrow and goes, "Where do you want it?"
He
The
points
big
at the
one.
bush.
I'm gonna walk away from this hedge. Ooh.
All right, I'll go. I'll just sigh and go, "If you insist." And I just slam the butt of my pike on the ground, and you see the flames that are covering the blade just coalesce to a single point and then fire straight into the center of this bush. For half a second, nothing happens, and then fun.
Scuts just squeals with glee as he like hurls the flame at it.
I will cast fire as soon as I find it in my character sheet. Because my character sheet is full of spells.
Which one shall I use? Ooh.
Okay. Where are you fireballing?
Wherever Scots tells me to fire it. So let Scots decide where it lands.
Okay. It's
Well,
a
we were
20
aiming for
foot.
this one,
The big one.
but I kind of you should get the big one.
I want me to blow the big one up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
She
blow the
can
big
not
one
do.
up.
Sure you want to go for the big one? Okay.
Hey, I'm just here for the ride.
Okay.
I've upset something. I know that.
So, you launch forward a fireball at the biggest tree that you could see. Because that made sense at the time.
It makes Scots happy, which makes Theo happy.
And
It's near the
as it
disappointment
bursts
already.
into flames, you hear a low, drawn-out howl of anguish as you set a poor tree ant on fire.
Oh no.
Oh no! This is a lot worse than the shopkeeper. Oh.
I've got a feeling that that one fireball won't do a lot to that thing.
It
Guts'
does
face
a lot
drops.
more than it would do to anything else, but on a scale,
Try and pat it
no,
out.
not really.
It doesn't get set on fire because fireball doesn't do that, thankfully.
Oh, that's good. Are there any smoulderings at all left?
Well, you'll find out after you've rolled
Fine.
initiative.
Oh, come on, we're rolling initiative off that. You're crazy. There's only one fireball. Oh no.
Oh god.
The tree ant rolled a 0. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it didn't do well, but
Just point and laugh at the tree ant for rolling 0. Nerd.
3.
Roll a 0.
Okay, this might reveal a small hand. Actually, let's do it slightly differently.
I'm very happy as well that my spear counts as a magic item as well. Yes.
Oh, I needed to do that differently. So which one was that?
Anyone who's lived around the forest, does anyone know if you can stun a tree ant?
What?
Anyone hurt a tree ant before?
Nope.
In these worlds of Theros. Damn.
What
I'm
would
for just
Scots
going
have run
blind.
into? Oh god.
Okay, so first to react to the howl of agony and pain from this poor tree ant is Zolk. What would you like to do?
I think you can poison trees. Yeah.
I don't know what leshies are.
Don't worry about it.
We'll find out
Okay.
soon enough, I suppose.
Why does the wind keep whispering Leshy? So strange.
Alright, one of these was a bonus action. Which one was it? Nope. No, I give up. I would like to cast. Because why not have more friends to work with?
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay, right, fair enough. We're going.
Got
We're
real.
going.
It got
going
real.
for
Do
fun.
you have the components? Is the first question.
Oh, that's also true.
Oh.
Vial of blood from a human. Can I count the mayor?
He was killed more than 24 hours ago.
Oh, fake. Never mind
Shit.
then.
The only person that was killed within 24 hours would have been Smallest.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if anybody heard me, but I did say that I wanted to, when we were taking stuff off his body, what's the word? Just stealing shit.
Looting a corpse, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I did say I wanted to take his thumbs.
Jesus!
I did not hear that.
I get a bad rap for no reason. That's Sogeg's just gonna walk backwards slightly from the fucking thumb wielder. Bennett, why do you have 5 thumbs on you right now?
Oh, they're all attached to one hand.
God, why you got so... They keep going. There's more thumbs. Jesus.
So never mind on the demons then. We'll come back to that some other time.
So you
When
need
the
to
next
make
time we
sure
kill a
you've
person.
got the material components for these things.
Yeah.
I'm going.
But I
to-
appreciate taking some unless a demon because I love the demon spells.
It seemed interesting because you get to choose what we get.
I mean, I don't really because there's only 2 or 3 demons that are low enough to be able to summon in this way. But summon greater demon now that I can have fun with.
I'll keep it in mind. And so I will. Let's see. We're going to throw some more vials at things, but we're going to apply. I still don't know what this unknown toxin is, so we're going to go with that.
So specifically for spell components, it's more if they've got like a prerequisite to them, as in if it's not just generic something you could pull out of a component pouch or use a spellcasting focus. So because it's specifically something that's been killed within the past 24 hours, it's got that stipulation to it.
Wanted to make sure I wasn't cheating.
I will try to keep it in mind next time I want.
So it's the only thing. Yeah. So there's only two that you really need to care about. Is that if it's got a gold value, or if it's essentially got a time limit, or that sort of requirement.
Looks like we've got to kill a lot more humans, right? I guess it's got to be done now. There's no way around it.
All right.
What a shame.
We're going to vial in with the vial of unknown toxin, and then a normal one.
So
we'll never know what it does.
Okay, so
these are Eldritch Blasts.
With the first one that's actually been poisoned. Okay.
And then I need to roll for whether or not I get it.
You certainly do.
It was on the poisonous kit, wasn't it?
With wisdom.
Oh fuck.
Ooh.
I need to change this disadvantage, I think. Oh no, that's on saving throws. Never mind.
Oh, that succeeds. So, you don't poison yourself, but the thrown bottle misses. So you don't poison it either.
I've still lost it.
Okay. Anything else?
We've got the second attack, and that's it.
Okay. Bennett. You see a screamy tree that's been hit in the face with a glass vial.
Normal day there for Bennett.
Beyond trying to apologise to this thing.
I mean, you fireballed it out of nowhere, so it had done nothing to you. And then you just decided, you know what, fireball the big tree, and turns out the big tree was a tree ant. It was having a nap, just sort of bathing in the sunlight, and then all of a sudden it set on fire.
I mean, we haven't tried to apologise yet. Does anyone speak tree?
Given the size
I speak tree.
I mean, the tree speaks, so...
Yeah. I think I speak silver as well.
It's just the fact that he's like screaming in pain and agony. I think because it would have been such a shock, Bennett's first reaction would have been kind of like, "Shit, are you alright?" But just kind of have a feeling that this thing is going to do a hell of a lot of damage if we carry on attacking it.
Yeah.
I've never met a tree I've not been able to cut down. I've met a lot of trees. I've met a lot of trees.
It would make a hell of a throwing stick. Or a hitting stick if you kill it.
Have you thought of that, Bennett? Have you thought of possibilities? Imagine how many pairs of sunglasses or dead people you could make with it. That's your thing, right?
Infinite sunglasses. I don't.
You can hide behind me if you're scared, but I'm not afraid.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, as an action, I want to try and persuade this thing to not attack us, and just say, "Look, well, I mean, we were being robbed by the other bushes. We didn't know you were there. We didn't recognise you, and I don't know what you'd
make a persuasion check.
There was ever a time to crit.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say it disadvantage because you don't need it.
When you crit.
Yeah, just the wrong way. And then, yeah, I'm going to use my cunning action to hide.
So you can't just Skyrim crouch and disappear, so you would need to move to a point where it can't see you and then hide.
That is fine. I'll move to there.
Okay, then yes, you can hide.
I point to the
So
rock. So,
make
the Treant knows
a
where Bennett
stealth
is.
check for me, Bennett. Okay. So if it wants to try and detect you, that's what it's going to be. Okay. Scott. The tree that you pointed at to blow up turned out to be alive. How do you
Dude,
feel?
I'm so sorry. uh. I don't think this will work. Mending wouldn't work on a tree, right?
No, it would not work on a tree.
Okay. She also feels really bad. So, first off, she's gonna put her log behind her back.
Yeah, you would know just as general knowledge that tree ants are typically considered like guardians of the forest. They are very much chaotic good, and usually are just big old granddads of the forest kind of thing.
Would he speak primordial?
You can try.
I would like to shout at him in primordial. Maybe it will get his attention. And I'll just be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you standing there."
Okay. I'll give me either a nature or a history check. I'll let you know what languages Treant speak. Common, Druidic, Elven, and Sylvan.
Okay, so he didn't understand a fucking word I said.
No.
I just roared and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
You can very much just speak normally, it can understand you. And it can speak back in Common. It's currently recovering from being blasted by a big old fireball, so may not be in
Well, that was
a
low
talkative mood. It was sleeping, and its alarm clock was a fireball. So
Say we all run.
I think
Bennett's
doing a
got the
run is
right
a good
idea.
I think you might be right.
Bennett's got it. Let's follow the leader while he's like.
So was that everything, Scots? Or did you want to take in both actions? Pull something out of your shirt or something?
I'll use a bonus action to pull something out just in case. A thick, dusty tome, every page filled with tiny, barely legible writing. Careful study of the book reveals it to be a written transcript of every conversation that took place over the course of a year, 3 years ago, in a nearby village. She will open it up and start reading to him.
Oh, weirdly
We're going the
specific.
Victor route.
Okay.
Wow, the bread is real good today, said the townswoman. Yes, the bread is very loafy, she continues on.
Okay. While this is happening.
It's very low-fee.
Simple times.
My improv skills are hit and miss. Okay, roll with it.
Okay. Scuds, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. As you too find the incredible, in the moment roleplay of the bread is very loafy hysterical. As you fall over, incapacitated from laughing so hard.
Oh, no.
had that,
Who
yeah.
says that?
You got the funnies.
Oh no.
Someone cast the funnies on you.
Good turn, that. Cast Power Word Stone on yourself.
Okay. Nadrin.
Hey, I'm gonna run over here. Over here.
Yep.
Since apparently we're running away now. And my action is gonna be holding a Eldritch Blast
At. Oh.
at the big guy if he gets aggressive and starts attacking us. Like if he starts attacking us.
I mean, you get the feeling he's going to attack you because you hit him with a fireball and
It's
then
when-
hit him in the face.
Okay,
He was
when
just
he
minding
starts
his own
attacking.
business.
Alright, everyone's thinking this is somehow not going to be aggressive.
Oh yeah, it's just mistakes happen.
Yeah, they do. It's fair.
And let's see. Neil is gonna move to here.
That's it. Yeah, get all nice and close together for its breath weapon.
I just want to make sure he's in range. He's in range.
Neil, put away your tape measure.
Gotta make
Intelligent
sure I can
doghound you.
spit at it. And he'll guiding spittle at this.
Okay. That is a hit, and he is covered
My word.
in bioluminescent slime. So now he was on fire, and then hit in the face with poison, and then now set all aglow with goo water. Okay. Anything else?
That will be us.
Okay. Sargeg.
Following the party's insane attempts, I go in a quick phalanx motion. My spear points towards it. I'll shout out in Sylvan, "Be you friend or foe?" Does it respond?
I mean, it might do on its turn.
Then foe it is. As silence is, of course, the messenger of evil, as all shall know. So the night is silent and the night is evil. As I will walk up, and I will. You know what? I think I'll stab it. Oh, I can first double stab of the campaign, as I will give it a 1 and a 2.
Okay, you got a good old double stab in there.
As I do believe.
Don't forget there would have been an advantage as well, because
Oh, they
it's,
should be. Yeah,
it's
I roll
on
2d20s.
so-
But also, just very quick check. My weapons do count as magical.
They certainly do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Remember right. Then after that, seeing the frailty of our party and the fact that there are a bunch of leshies everywhere, maybe I will shout out to the tree ant, "Say my name," as I will compel Jewel, the tree ant.
Okay, it needs to make a wisdom save. Succeeds.
How compel? It succeeds. Then Pogeg. Ooh, I know. This tree ant looks very big and scary. Pogeg's got loads of health. He's fine. Pogeg's feeling brave. Is he going to scurry up here? That is within 5 feet, right? Is it just
Yeah, it's
weird?
just false. There we go.
Ah, there you go. Pogeg is gonna, and he's gonna cheeky old double bite. A 1 and a 2,
Okay, you're going for it.
and I throw me You know Pogeg, you know what he do. You know the really awkward moment where I can't scroll down on his character sheet, but he does throw dirt in your eyes. Which he's going to use immediately as he's going to walk backwards and get out of.
Okay, so it would have
That's-
disadvantage on a
Yes.
opportunity attack as it will try and slam back at you.
I don't think
17
it's
to
going
hit.
Hit.
14 bludgeoning. Roll
14 bludgeoning.
pretty
Ow.
low on that.
Was as Pogeg getting a feel for the situation, seeing Sogeg hunkered behind. Pogeg's going to go a little bit further backwards. Oh god, there's a bush that way. Pogeg goes towards Dios. For some reason, assuming that the Catman be safety,
Okay.
as
Is that everything?
Sogeg will just stay shielded up, and that is everything. Yes.
Okay. So next, have a look. Okay. Okay. While this is going on, all of a sudden, the grass, twigs, and weed foliage beneath you suddenly burst upwards by about 2 or 3 feet, making everything difficult terrain.
God's sake.
And something seems to have made the plants grow.
I wonder what.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Okay. Dios.
Okay. Not a lot I can do beyond potentially getting Scots out of the funnies.
You get the feeling that it's kind of torn between you and Sogeg for the one it's pissed off at the most, mainly because you're the one that set it on fire, but Sogeg really hurt it just then.
Well, I won't be engaging it in combat.
Oh.
Not anymore, because I realise the error of my ways. Yeah.
Less used to kill.
So, let's have a think. Can I give Scots a prod in the ribs with my pike and just roar at her to get up? I want to deal a point of damage to her ribcage.
Yeah, I will allow you to poke her with a claw or just the butt of your
The
weapon.
blunt end of my pike.
So, Scots, you could make another wisdom saving throw.
Awesome.
Okay, and that's enough to get you to calm down from laughing.
Can I help her to her feet with
Yes.
instead of my movement?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll bring her up and just say, "We've got to get out of here," and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next is this one, which will
Hit me, Bushman.
not
Try.
quite yet. Not quite yet. There's some other things that need to happen first.
You need to get hit more. You call some tree buddies, I'll be very unhappy with you.
So it needs to. Okay. Let's have Sogeg and Zolk make wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh no.
Why you do this to me?
Disadvantage.
As you
I've not been
both.
hurt.
Oh,
do I get advantage on that? Sorry. I just remembered. I don't think we were originally
no.
down yet.
It should be on your. If you look at your piety at the bottom of that one.
Oh, is it on there? Sorry.
It's only on creatures that you've damaged since your last turn, and this is something else doing something.
Oh. Not the tree aren't doing this to me.
It's not the tree's turn yet.
Curious.
It's not the tree's turn yet.
Oh, it's not.
As you swear you smell just a very hysterical smell on the wind as you both fall over, laughing your ass off.
Good joke. It is a good joke.
So, yes.
Gotta give it him.
Zulk and Sogeg are affected by, I think you've worked out what spell it is, Tasha's hideous laughter.
The best spell.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And then now it's the tree ant's turn. To which it is going to reach out with two of its branches and call forth the pure hate that the woods can develop.
I said I'd be annoyed if you called trees.
As it awakens two more trees.
See,
No.
that's exactly what we said we didn't want to happen. You just trying to piss us off, tree ant? Trying to make me angry?
You dare wake me. And then steps towards Sogeg with a big old thundering foot. Okay. Zulk. You are
Tee-hee.
giggling away on the floor. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh.
that still succeeds. You managed
Very
to
nice.
end the effect. It is at the end of your turn, so
Yeah.
that's all you're gonna get to do. Okay, Bennett. While you are hiding away, all of a sudden this tree comes to life. Doesn't seem to have noticed you. It seems to be very much closing in on Neil at this point, or at least moving towards Sogeg. But so you're still considered hidden.
I'm going to remain hidden and I will hold an action. No. I'm holding an action. If that tree ant attacks, then
Which
I'm
tree ant?
gonna,
So these two
the-
are essentially awakened trees, and this is the main tree ant.
Oh, right, okay. Well, the awakened tree that appears to be trying to attack Neil, I will fire off a short bow arrow at it.
I'm gonna do that just to...
Respectable.
Okay. Scuds, now that you are stood up and no longer laughing, what would you like to do?
I mean, we're in the shit now, aren't we? It doesn't look like running's a great option anymore.
It's still very much an option. There's a lot more. If one of them was scary enough to run away from, three of them's probably scarier than that.
I mean, do we want to try to book it? I can book it. Hold on. Scuts is gonna take the book and she's gonna throw the book at him.
Oh. I'm laughing not because of Tasha's hideous laughter anymore. I swap to the amazing pun.
So what are you throwing? Who are you throwing the book at?
All right, wait. First, she's real pissed, so she's gonna. Oh God, Dios. She'll move away. How far can I go?
We're
I
on
can
difficult
go-
terrain, was it?
It doesn't matter for me. I'm just tromping along. It's a-okay. I'm
Oh.
rolling and stumbling and getting right through it. Okay, so I tried to get away from Dios' party. And now I will go into a rage. As my body becomes wreathed in flames until my rage ends, I shed bright light in a 30-foot radius
Oh,
and dim
shit.
light for an additional 30 feet. And my melee attacks deal an additional amount of fire damage equal to my rage damage, which I believe is 2. If another creature touches you or hits you with a melee attack while within 5 feet of you, roll a number of d4s equal to your rage damage. That creature takes fire damage equal to the total.
That's really well timed. As you get the feeling these things don't like fire.
All right. now I will throw the book at him.
Okay.
Let me see. I want to make sure. Yep, my rage modifier's on, and then improvised weapon.
Okay. So it would take an extra 2 points of fire damage on top of that. So that would be a surprisingly powerful book to the face.
Yeah.
A book that sets it on fire somehow.
Look, you guys only heard the thing about the loaf because I was laughing too hard. That book is evil. You don't want to know what I read in there. And then
will you be going back to pick up the book, or shall I get it out of your bag for the time being?
If it didn't disintegrate on impact and I can grab it at
you'd
some
still be
point.
able to go grab it.
All right. Well, because my next move is to try to charge into its face. Oh no, I didn't give myself enough room. I'll run 20 feet this way. There we go. And I will use my horn strike.
Ooh, you're gonna stab at the
with
horn.
chaotic charge. As she just
Oops. You'd get advantage on this because it's or you would have had advantage on your improvised weapon one as well because it is lit up thanks to Neil's vomit goo.
Oh, cool. I will fix that now. I still hit with the improvised weapon, so I can roll again on the horn strike.
Yes. I mean, roll a d20 just to see if the improvised weapon would have actually been a crit, and then roll for the horn strike.
There we go.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Also a crit, but the wrong way again.
Right.
Getting good at those.
Okay, so
wow.
The second roll would have actually hit on that one, so
okay.
That would be doing... Oh, God, you rolled the exact same damage as well. That's impressive.
Oh, wow.
Same dice as well.
So that's... Right, hold on, I need to work this out. Because it's not piercing damage, it's lightning damage.
Oh, whoops.
So... And then it's plus an additional 4 points. Oh, so it's 30 damage in total. Right, okay.
Ooh. Juicy chunk.
Oops, I fixed it.
A good charge.
Nice. And I have no more movement speed and no more actions, so that's my turn.
Okay. This one... Right, it kind of needs to go and save its boss, so it is going to reveal itself.
Little shit.
It comes forward, wielding a big old stick covered in extra vines to try and hit Scott's with. Okay, so I need to just change that to... And then... I'm whispering it still. So the first one was an 18 to hit, doing 5 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, and then a 14 to hit, doing 9 points. So as you're raging, you would halve that. So that would be 2 and 4 points.
Okie doke.
Fire damage then though, because it
yeah. It does take.
So it'd be...
If another creature touches you, roll a number of d4s equal to rage damage. So 2 d4s?
Do 4d4 because it hit you twice.
4 d4s. Okay.
It takes 9 points of fire damage back.
I think I did more damage back to it than it did to me. Yeah.
Most likely. That sounds about right for a barbarian. Okay. Nadrin.
Okay, I am gonna move to here, I think. Hang on. Let me just...
move to here. I think I'm still in range of this thing.
Yeah.
And I am going to cast Enlarge on Skuts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Giant
move
Skuts.
around
Giant
slightly.
Skuts.
So you've got a little overlap in there
The beast.
Wait, hold on.
with there.
Big Skuts. And
But super big skirts at this point because you've got Hype Woman,
yeah.
which is holy shit. This is going to make things so much worse.
What is Hype Woman? I've not actually seen the
And
that yet.
with my bonus action, I'm just gonna move myself here.
Oh, you're going to let it take an attack of opportunity against you?
No. My movement doesn't.
Oh, sorry. You're
using my bonus
you're
action
using
doesn't cause it.
the move from right. Okay, so I thought you were normal move.
No, I'm using my bonus action to yeet myself away.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Neil is gonna. He's gonna bite the guy that's next to him.
Okay.
Where's Neil's character sheet? I closed it. Good job, me. Munch? No munch.
No munch.
No munch.
Okay. Sogag.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This joke's run its course, but it was a good one. It was a good one.
You
Sogag's
could,
still on the floor.
if you want to cheese a little bit, use one of Sogeg's or Pogeg's attacks on Sogeg to try and retake the save.
Oh, is it every time you get damage you get... Sorry, I forgot
Yeah.
that's how Tasha's works. Well, Pokeg couldn't do that to Sogeg. Yeah, he could actually. Yeah, he could do that. Now,
That's how you bonded.
Well, Pogeg is going to bond of a sort, as I'm going to use my bonded action, and I'm going to bless both Sogeg and Neil.
Okay.
As Pogeg will bless us with the wings, because I reckon I'm going to save. And then Pogeg is going to wheel its way over here again. Nice safety zone. And then I guess Sogeg is going to pass with ease. As I will take Command Wisdom. I am wise, I am wise, I am wise. Plus D4, that's not going to be enough. Damn!
You managed
God, it's a good joke.
You managed to get yourself over the joke.
Oh, I'll take it. It was actually only a 13 level joke. Just see Sogeg brush himself off, get up and goes, actually, it was quite derivative, that joke, as my headband of intellect glows.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
So Dios.
Quick
Cool.
question.
Yeah.
When I use my chaotic charge, does it have a chance to knock them prone? And did we forget about that part, or am I misremembering something?
Is that how we've worded it?
I thought. Is it on the? That's why I'm trying to find it. Was it?
It
here?
must succeed a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. I felt like I was forgetting a
Yeah.
part for the whole reason of charging it in the first place. I think the prone part's it.
I'll tell you now, it's unlikely to fail, but...
Okay. I should still remember it for the
Yeah,
future, because that's the handy part.
It's useful one.
Okay.
Never know, though.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt, Dios.
Dios.
I'm going to roar very loudly and run towards this guy here. And as I am running, Pike is out, and you notice fireflies start swarming all around Dios as he's running. As I cast, what's it called again? Spirit Shroud.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Sorry. It's not the big AoE thing.
Oh, is it not the big AoE one? Okay.
It's that Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, that was the one I was scared of.
Yeah,
That
not
was
that one.
brutal.
Yeah.
I've decided not to use that one.
It's very kind
Okay.
of you.
So is it gonna? I'm assuming it's radiant damage.
It's going to be Radiant, but I need to make an attack roll with my pipe.
Yeah.
But it's concentration for a minute. So I can keep doing
really hard.
Can I go there and get the flanking bonus?
Sure.
Am I still blessed?
Not from. So when were you blessed? From
Sorry, did it?
Saga before? No, you know.
Won't be me.
Okay,
I was on
switch
the
it off.
floor. I was ruffling too much.
Cool. So I will have both Spirit Shroud and Sunburn active for this. Give it a poke.
Oh,
Okay, you gave it a solid poke.
Yep. And that's it, because it was a bonus action to cast that spell, and I used all my movement to get there.
Okay.
you coward. Hit me.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything.
Actually, please don't.
They're going to stay. Right. Okay, it is the Awakened Trees and the Treant. So we'll go through the Awakened Trees because they all act at the same sort of time. Okay, so we'll go for the one against Neil. So first one and second. So that's 17 bludgeoning damage followed by 18 bludgeoning damage, and then Bennett, you'd get to shoot it. That doesn't do anything. You do hit it, but it just bounces off its bark.
I was about to say, thanks for at least saying that he does hit it. Because if he just missed a tree,
A tree that's like 5 feet away from you.
I feel like that's worse though in this fight for our lives that Bennett's short bow can't actually go through a tree.
As this one
That's more
steps forward and does the same to Zolk.
Oh no.
A 19 followed by a 12.
Well, before I go down on that first one, can it make a dexterity saving throw, please?
It can. It fails.
Poor Zolt.
As not the best caster, but you'd still do 34 points of damage to it.
It was cast at level 3. I don't know how much of a difference that makes.
You rolled a 1 on one of your dice, so not
Hey!
a lot.
I'm down.
Not a lot. Okay, so Zolk. Oh no, you're not down. You're at 1 because you've got your heroic destiny, and then the second attack knocks you down.
No, the first attack doesn't down me.
I think he got more than 19 health.
I have 21.
Oh no, so yeah, you had. Sorry, I read it
God.
back to front there. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm on 1.
You're on 1. Okay,
19 health
and then
is a
we've
joke.
got
You're not
the
supposed to say 21.
So it.
That's the
Okay.
leftover from drowning.
Well, I'd heal you, but I have a feeling I'm about to get hit by something, and I'm going to get angry.
Well, it's going to
Oh,
do
no.
1 hit
Try my
against
best.
Sogag. 22 to
Shield!
hit.
Oh, that is a hit.
And 16 bludgeoning.
I feel the rage. I feel angry. A DC 15 wisdom saving throw. Oh dear, I'm angry.
Oh, you're blessed though.
I'm blessed!
Come on.
Thank you, Pogeg.
Nope.
Oh, I fucking hate you, Pogeg. Pogeg, you're shit! You're shit!
The other slam attack is going to go into Scats. Doing... that'll be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Pogeg knew I wanted to be angry.
Okay, so I'm aware of the time. So do you want to put a pause here as we're at the top of the order? Or do you want to do one more round?
Personally, I would vote to pause now.
Yeah, it is.
That's just me.
Pause
I
now.
mean, can go on a majority vote if you want. But
I'm fine with.
Yeah, we'll put a pause there because you can consider your options. I was not expecting you to fight this particular creature. It was there in case you started fighting stuff.
The errors were subtle. It was a subtle error we made.
I mean, the Truant's looking fucked up. It's definitely heavily damaged. But you've also, got however many Leshy wandering around playing tricks.
God, I hate Leshies. They are the worst. You're the worst.
So yeah, we'll put a pause there. Quickly go through your piety, story, and loyalty points. So, piety. You get a point of piety for showing up to the session. Did you complete your minor agenda? So let's have a look at everyone's agendas.
Maybe.
I think I failed mine.
So I'll give a point to Nadrin for
I did it.
for going against your own moral code to help your friends.
Yep.
So I hope
yes.
I hope
It's what Dazzle wanted.
Yes, that works
I
perfectly.
hope that point of piety was worth it.
It wasn't.
I will give a point to Scuts, as you were very much encouraging the those leaving Lopus to wander away. Yeah, definitely. In fact, I'm going to dock a point of piety from Zolk from that one.
I was one away from a third thingy.
Yeah, docking that one.
So I'm at net zero at the moment.
Rip. Big rip.
Definitely a point towards Sogag.
Yes.
Because I mean,
Just about.
I worded that in a particular way, and you followed it to the letter.
I did.
As brutally as you can. Yeah, you did. You did really well.
A nice little circle around him, please.
Definitely the point to Diaz. And nothing for Bennett on that one. Did you expand your god's influence in the world? I'll give a point to Dios Sogeg. I don't think anyone else did anything major to push, but then again, those are the two pious characters anyway. You diminished the influence of a rival god, Sogeg.
Yeah. Fuck you, Iros. You're the worst.
Yeah. And successful divine interventions, not yet. Okay. Story points.
Very quick. It is capped at 30, isn't it? Until you've done your...
Yes, until you've done your...
Sweet.
I think so. Story points. You get a point for today's session. Did you overcome a great challenge using violent or non-violent means? I mean, you're currently undergoing a great challenge, so maybe next week. Did you make a significant discovery or unearth some lost history? I'm going to give a point to Scott on this one. In fact, I'll also give a point to Sogeg as well. Scott for the conversation with the centaur, and Sogeg for learning some more details about the Lamian curse.
I realized you dropped a plot hook, so I had to go back.
Did you perform an act worthy of a new epithet? So here's your chance to try and convince me to write you some new epithets. Anyone think they did something that was like, this was the most amazing thing, and I deserve to be special for it?
Always.
So go on. Pitch your ideas.
I think mine should be same as first. What's it called? Thingy. I can't remember the saying. I'll leave it. I killed a guy.
I think
I
I
don't
just
think I get
might.
anything new.
I think I might just lean further into your merciless cursed epithet. To be perfectly honest, so that
I
might
feel
get
like,
worse.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Because what the fuck was that?
It was quite premeditated. I'll be honest.
Anybody else?
Not that I can think of.
If you can tell me what I
Boar
need to do
tamer.
to get an epitaph that lets me just like insta kill people with like an assassin trait or something like that.
You've got to actually hit someone.
Yeah,
that.
actually killing people would be a good idea.
Burn.
I have killed people. Just roll 20 likes to grease
Yeah,
me up
where's
and
the?
abuse me.
Please let me roll on a different thing than roll 20. Yeah.
I'd love to go back to rolling my dice.
I know, that's the one thing I miss too. There's no naughty jail for bad dice here. Roll20 is just like, yeah, you're gonna fumble through the entire combat, sorry. Although that happens sometimes with like 5 different dice anyway, so.
Scott, did you say that you had an idea for an epithet from this session that you...
No, I was agreeing to the good
okay,
dudes
that's fine.
in chat. I'm
Well,
sorry.
you did, actually, that's a good point. You did get the good dudes, so everybody would get a point of story for getting good dudes. Good point.
Yay!
You'll get a point of story for the good dots. And to perform a successful will of the people check? No. Those checks,
Tried.
they should be easier to do than they actually are.
Dean, he definitely knows when you try to do a D100. He
Yeah.
knows.
Okay, for Neil and Pogek, they get a point of loyalty. They get a point for fighting together as one. Did you sacrifice something for the good of your companion? No. Did your
Never.
companion perform an incredible action? Definitely a point for Pogeg for crawling his way inside a person and then ripping his way out.
He's done that multiple
hardcore.
times.
That was pretty hardcore. Did your companion remain
What's his name?
in good health? No, they both took a good chunk of damage.
Yeah, so Pogo got
What?
hurt.
Neil's not taking any.
Neil took 2 hits from
He got
the tree
bonked
ant.
by a tree.
Where? Was I just in my own little world?
That's how hard he got hit.
He
You forgot
took
about it.
so it was a 21 to hit doing 17 bludgeoning damage and a 19 to hit doing 18 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I have not sorted out his health.
That is brain damage right there.
Neil, yeah, well, that's the thing. Neil got hit so hard that Adrian felt it and has now got brain damage. But not talk.
All right.
I don't know how much he's missing then.
So it's basically click on his token on the green number.
Yeah.
Type -19.
Minus
And that
19.
for you.
And then minus 16. I can't remember that wrong because I was looking at the wrong ones. Yeah,
Okay.
there you
Okay.
go. Okay. Did you work out what companion boons you wanted for them for getting to their next loyalty as well? Because I know both Neil and Pogo should have a new loyalty.
I'm going to have another proper look through again.
I'll need
As-
to
as
look
Pogo
through
will.
properly.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, always try and remind me for next week.
Yeah.
All right. So unless there's anything else, thank you very much. Was not expecting that combat to go in the particular way that it went, because it wasn't supposed to be a combat. It was supposed to be a shenanigans encounter where the Leshies were just sort of kept stealing stuff from you.
Well, I'd listened to Scott.
Also,
was my-
Nadrin, the item that was stolen off you was the little glass pixie with the dust in
Okay.
it. Which I'll let you know now that it's gone, was dust of disappearance. So you could have thrown it and turned a bunch of people invisible.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, no one was able to
so-
identify it, so it's like you just had a little glass pixie with dust in it. I'm like, oh, I wonder what that could be.
I'm really glad we didn't let me keep that. If I had thrown that in battle and then all of our enemies are invisible, like,
Oh
that
god.
would have been a shit show. Maybe it would have been awesome. Maybe I should have done it. We missed out. All right.
Of the things for it to steal, I'm not too bothered, I guess. I
That's
just hope
fair.
it doesn't use it on us.
That
I
is also
probably
true.
shouldn't have said
They
that.
have it on them, so.
I should not have said that. It's probably planted it in your head.
Got a week to forget it.
Yeah, most certainly. Well, all right. Well, with that, thank you very much. And I'll see you all next
You
week.
on Sunday when you play Francos
It's
2.
always Alex.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
bringing Francos. Yeah, more
Take
Francos.
care. More Francos, and
More
we'll see you
Francos.
next time.
We have to see Francos again.
Maybe.
We can
Bye.
play forever and it will.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Bye.